Hi, everybody. Nick Blazer here with the warm-up show for your finals of the 53rd Backgammon World Championship here in Monte Carlo, Monaco. And I am so excited to present to you Sander Lylloff versus Zdenek Zizka. This is going to be an excellent match. I don't know if we could have hoped for a better final in this, and really a better run-up to it as well. All these players has started this event back on Tuesday, about 5 days ago, have been playing long 3 to 4 hour matches twice a day since then, all the way to get here. Sander, the winner of the undefeated bracket, got a day off to work up to here, so got a bit of a break yesterday, but Zdenek still action-packed days all the way through. It's been a ton of backgammon, action-packed week. It's been so much fun here. Just super excited finals to decide these two finalists as well. Some of the most exciting backgammon I've ever gotten to commentate. It's starting to set in. I'm getting too excited for this. But thanks everyone here that's joining me early. I love everyone letting me know who they're rooting for in the chat. But we put together some nice materials. Our Wilson, the guy that does all the graphics, I mean, he does such an excellent job making these streams look nice for you, along with Bill and Tara over there. But he's put together some different run-up video clips that we'll go through here to give you a feel what their journey to this point has been so far. And shortly here as well, I just saw Mark in the room, but he's going to join me eventually on commentary, maybe through the run-up show as well. And we'll get his reactions, maybe a little interview with him as well. But yeah, we're really excited to present some, just kind of talk about the journey here. Oh, I see Mark over here. Are you going to hop on with me? You need a little while. Some water first? All right. I hope you come watch these clips with us. It's super exciting, man. Okay. Mark's on his way. Okay. Yeah. I understand that. Thanks, Bill. Let's see. What else do we have to talk through here, though? It's been quite the battle to get here. Ton of tough competition. Got so many people helping out on commentary all week. We'll have your UBC team of Mark Olson and Nick Blazer commentating this final. And I think we're going to get some special guests in there to break it up as well. Should be a really great production. Super excited to have everyone watching. And so, yeah, without further ado, let's jump into our first video of Zdenek's path to the finals through the second chance bracket here. Six, 5, 2 off. Great shot for Zizi. I can't count well enough to know, but if there's any chance for Ron, it's in the fractions. He resigns. Great match by both these players. Zdenek's going to advance. And misses that. Okay.
He needs a double or a one. Do not leave a shot. Wow.
Oh, sixes to win the match. I would have thought that it was a lot closer to the pass point. Zdenek gonna find this cube, take an extra checker off. Yeah, he's gonna take it. Okay. Needs a set to win. Oh, wait. Why is he not cubing? Ooh, that was making me sweat. Only gains a point on it.
Nope.
No set, and that's gonna be a victory in the rematch for the kid. Zdenek. Well, that's a tough way to go. Backgammon's just such a cruel game where, like, you guys play so sharp for a whole week, and then everything's decided by a 16 cube on can I roll a set or not. Right?
Yeah, sure.
So that's how it goes. Pretty wild stuff. But I'm here with your finalist of the second chance bracket, Zdenek Zizka. Congratulations on your win. What an exciting final we're going to have, and what an exciting run-up. We had to get to it. We got to see so many of your matches this weekend. Yeah, some stressful stuff. How are you feeling right now?
Thanks so much. Well, I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
Super excited after yesterday's loss against Wilcox. Honestly, I haven't been feeling well.
Oh,
It
wow,
was just so much pressure since I was winning all the match, and then, well, certain things happened, and I lost the match, and now long way to go, 4 matches to get to the final again, but step by step, one by one, did it, and just super excited, and I can't express my happiness, so just emotions are all around. So.
Oh, I'm so excited for you too. That's awesome to hear. And yeah, I can't even imagine I mean, you had victory within grasp against Wilcox in that match. It was so close, and then he just clawed his way back and got you at 4-way, 2-way, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
That was a tough one. That was a tough one, and I can't imagine having to come back and play after that. It looked like today you were playing a lot, like you were still focused, but playing very quickly too. Did you notice that about your play?
I did. I did on purpose because I was in like a killer mode. I put my headphones on, just music. I downloaded actually extra music for this, just to be in the mode, and just to do the plays and play my speed games.
Oh, that's amazing. That matches up perfectly with what I saw because you were really aggressive with the cube and you were like getting into some volatile spots. And they were working out, and
Yeah. Well, of course, some moments I'm not proud of. For example, the last cube, but so everything besides that, I think I liked. Yeah.
But those were close, and they were really super difficult to evaluate, and I mean, a mistake anyone can make. But we saw that tendency of trying to win, which I appreciate for sure.
No. Killer mode is there for sure.
And so, how excited are you to apply this to Sander in the finals now? How are you feeling about tomorrow?
Well, I don't know if he's gonna. I think he's gonna apply more pressure on me.
Okay.
He's got more stuff. He's more experienced in this. But
sure.
I'm gonna try to put up a great fight, and it's just gonna be super exciting. After that UBC, I'm taking my revenge.
Yes. It's the revenge match. That's so exciting. We couldn't have written a better storyline. I can't wait to see how you do tomorrow. If he brings all the Carlsbergs, are you going to join in with him?
I am not, unless I'm winning like 19-0.
Okay. That's going to be the trick, maybe. 2-away, 21 away. I had it, drank a few beers, things went downhill, right?
Well, that's going to be motivation for him. If he lets me winning 19-0, I'm going to have a beer. That's his chance.
There we go. I think you should offer that to him before the match.
You should tell him. Yeah. Give him that information, like secret one.
Awesome. Well, man, it's been an absolute pleasure to watch you along the way. So much good content out of this. Check out his vlog if you haven't seen it already and everything. That's been really cool too, and can't wait for tomorrow.
Thanks so much, Nick.
Good luck to you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
No, you're good. All right, we're back. What did you guys think of that clip? That was something that Wilson just put together in the last, 24 hours. Really amazing stuff. Super exciting run-up. Really, I mean, we got to plan it a little bit, through the day. If Zdenek makes it there, what's that going to look like? But I mean, that was a lot of work overnight. Yeah. That was your first time seeing it, though, Mark, right?
It was. I mean, Wilson did a great job.
Yeah,
as
super
usual.
Cool stuff.
This is so cool. We get this pre-match show.
Yeah.
We get to see their journey to the final. We get to listen to the interviews.
Yeah.
And what a dream matchup for the final.
Yeah.
We literally couldn't imagine a better final.
Absolutely. So, and I loved Zdenek's run-up. He had a really tough loss. Talked about this in his interview too, to Wilcox. Huge lead. Thought he was there and just was kind of feeling defeated after that, and had to come back and win a long road through the second chance and made it there. But came back very determined and was playing. I mentioned that he seemed like he was playing really fast through those second chance matches. And he said that was by design. He came in to win. He wanted to play his speed gammon and come in and defeat people. And so he brought that energy to it. I thought that was so cool to hear.
Super cool.
Matched up in some aggressive cubes in there and got there. And man, so excited for him. It wouldn't be the youngest world champion, I've heard. I think there was one at 21.
Oh, wow.
But
okay.
23, pretty close, right?
Pretty close. And just when you mentioned speed gammon and Zdenek, I mean, he's the master of speed gammon.
Yeah.
He's kicked my ass several times in super speed. He's kicked Brian Rebello's ass in super speed. He's really good with the speed gammon. So I think... and he was even playing the speed gammon tournament before he went into play. So I think Zdenek is just bust in, like Neo in the Matrix, everything is just coming together now. I think that's why we see him play so fast.
Yeah.
But of course he needs to take his time today. This is the World Championship final.
Yeah.
You can't make any mistakes when you're playing Sander Liloff.
Yeah, he mentioned that I asked him if he was going to try to come in with that energy for Sander, and he was worried. He thinks Sander is probably going to put that kind of pressure on him. He's the more experienced opponent doing that for sure. So yeah, wait to see what he does. How do you think he's going to hold up against Sander, though?
This is a very close matchup. I talked to Sander this morning in the gym. He said that he wished Falafel was here to watch it because Sander and Falafel was best friends, basically.
Yeah.
And Zdenek was Falafel's apprentice. He was his Padawan.
Yeah.
So Sander said that he thought that Falafel would root for Zdenek, but bet on Sander.
I like that. I like that.
I might give Sander a slight edge here, but it's very, very close.
I almost feel like Falafel would have found a way to bet on them both. I think that's kind of the guy he was. Oh man, it's an emotional matchup, man. It's getting to me.
Yeah.
But so that whole run up, 7 matches in the undefeated bracket, lost 4 more to win, and that was Zdenek's path. Wanted to give you guys a feel what these last 5 days have been like for him. We've got the same with Sander, and got lucky enough to have a documentary crew catching some interesting footage there and all these things. So I think we're gonna watch through the clip of Sander's path through the undefeated bracket now to the finals here. Let's check that out.
What a match, Tim. Thank you.
He was incredible. He was one of the most gracious players I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And he's bringing water and stuff like that. So he is just an amazing guy, and it couldn't happen to a better person.
Awesome.
It was a great pleasure to play against Sander.
Yeah.
It would be more a pleasure if I would be a little more luckier.
I think we got down to like 15, 14 for him. And then I sent a really strong cube, 3 away, 2 away. He said, I don't want to play DMP right away.
Yeah.
I want to play 2 games.
Yeah, you know, I was like, actually, I made a bet with John, right?
Okay.
Where I was like, I do a jail bet with Mochi.
Okay.
So every round,
Yeah.
somebody wins. It's 10,000,
Yeah.
right? And we made this bet when both of us won like 2 matches, right? For 10,000.
Okay.
So, meanwhile, Mochi lost to Nodar, and I won 5 matches. So I was actually up 50K.
Yeah.
And so I told him, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning in Japan. So I figured he's sleeping. So I told him, you want double or nothing. Let's go double or nothing. And like 5 minutes before the match starts, he says, yeah, okay, that's fine. And then I gotta be like, no, I'm not feeling great. I didn't sleep, and let's not bet 50,
Nice.
So it's like he saved 50.
Yeah.
But I got him in jail for another round, which is like a total of 60.
Very nice. Oh, that was so exciting to watch that run-up video. Wilson really doing an amazing job with all these run-ups and that journey for Sander. Exciting stuff. Rolling over a lot of opponents. We had, I think he mentioned maybe one of his toughest matches was with Arno with that 3-away, 2-away cube he described. Had to survive through that, but made his way through the shortest route possible. We can see 8 matches through the undefeated bracket to be here in the finals. What did you think of that?
Well, he got a little bit lucky against Arno. That was not a good take, a 3-way, 2-way. But I think the big story was the undefeated final against Wilcox Snellings. That was maybe the most epic Backgammon match I've ever seen. The atmosphere in the room was ecstatic. We had like 80 people behind us here cheering, and Sander started out drinking water with AirPods. But the further we got in the match, the more beers came into the room, and I think he was like at 9 beers or something at the end. Still played a 2.3.
Yeah.
Which is
So outrageous.
Outrageous. Yeah.
I think Tara said that's the messiest the streaming room has ever been after a match. Lots of cleanup to do for that. And really, he was down to, again, had to get very lucky in that match. Was down to,
wow.
I think
2%.
I've heard 2.5%, maybe someone guessing on Facebook 1%. But the match equity was not good.
He was
needed
trading-
to roll double fours from the bar, trailing 9 away, 2 away, just to get back in it. And pulled it off, and suddenly just felt like destiny the whole way through, didn't it?
Yes, and we have this TV crew here, and they had like a short list of players they were watching, you know, and they started out with Sander,
Yeah.
ready to switch to Zdenek or whoever, if in case, or Mochi, in case Sander lost, and Sander just kept winning. It seems like the universe wanted him to be in this final, and I mean, it's a treat.
Yeah.
It's Sander versus Zdenek. It's a repeat of the UBC final. from
Yeah.
Istanbul,
Yeah.
where Sander got the long end of the stick.
Yeah.
So and now we're in the World Championship final.
Yeah.
They're facing off again.
Yeah, and I haven't gotten to see a lot of Sanders' game until this year. I know he was a participant in the 2019 UBC final, but wasn't putting up numbers like this. I don't know if he's developed his game since or just had like a less focused week, you know?
He had an off day. He played well on day 1 and 3, but he played really badly on. He was actually winning on day 1.
Oh, wow.
On the PR against Mochi.
Yeah.
And then he got a little bit arrogant.
Yeah.
He went out partying during the night. He's got, okay, I got this guy. And then Mochi just crushed him from there.
Sure.
You know, he played bad on day 2, Sander, and Mochi eventually won. And then we have Mochi defending the title against Ueda and later Dirk Schiemann.
Yeah, yeah.
But Sander won the UBC
Yes.
contender tournament, so we're going to see Mochi versus Sander later this year.
Not only did he win the UBC contender tournament, though, but won it against your other finalist, Zdenek Zizka.
Yeah,
So we've got a nice story there, too, in this rematch. You saw it in that interview that Zdenek is really excited to get his revenge and hopefully take down the world championship, have his turn to shine.
Yeah.
They had a blast playing against each other. You know, it was a really epic matchup. Couldn't have been better. So we had that, you know, and it was a really tight match, too. It could have been, you know, it was decided technically after 4 matches, I recall. But there was some uncertainty about the exact PR. They played out the 5th. And the way the 5th match went, it really could have been Zdenek's if he just played better.
Yes, it was close, actually.
Nail biter.
But Sander did beat him in the PR. He also played a better average PR. If I recall correctly, I think
Yes.
Zdenek was like at a 2.7, 2.8 for the tournament.
yeah.
And Sander was like at a 2.5.
Yeah,
You know?
amazing
So,
stuff,
I mean,
yeah.
Sander is so strong.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good final, I think.
Yeah. So we've got one last clip that Wilson put together for us. Quick recap of that and kind of some of the interviews and their interactions from that UBC contender tournament, and to see how they took that and the post-match interviews to lead up to the rematch today. Let's see that clip from Wilson as well.
If you win it, you're my hero. Well, you are anyway. Wow, to make it interesting, huh? I must be a favorite, but nobody knows that. I win if I play better overall. Wow! I need a hug. It was very intense, you know, the concentration. Damn.
Oh, wow, the first game was tricky, yeah? The prime versus prime.
Oh yeah, for this one.
It didn't work for me, I had to take it was too good.
And thank you for all the commentary, and I just want to say, you know, I'm sure that Zdenek will get one of these, you know, World Championship matches. There's not a doubt in my mind, you know, that I felt pretty happy and lucky to win this one, because honestly, I feel like it's my last shot, you know. I think in 5 years you're just going to be, you know, so much advanced, you know. So I really did my best, because I don't think I'll get too many chances more. And if I do lose against Mochi, then it'll be hard for me to get the energy to mount a comeback. But you never know.
Well, really great stuff. Thanks again so much. I agree. I mean, I know we have so much more to come from these younger players. At 23 to make the runner-up in this is just amazing stuff. Can't wait for the finals. Can't wait for the contender tournament next year. You know, way more to come. Such exciting stuff. What'd you think about that clip?
Yeah, it brings back some good memories
Oh,
from
yeah.
that trip to Istanbul. You
much
can
fun.
see that they have mutual respect for each other.
Oh, of course,
And
of course.
yeah,
I remember one of the comments, Sander clearly ready to pass the torch on to Zdenek and expects that that's coming, but maybe not just quite yet.
Yeah.
He was pretty excited to have his maybe last run at it. You know,
Yes.
but a ton of respect from his game, and he thinks Zdenek's the guy someday for sure.
Yeah.
But gonna give him a tough run today, that's for sure.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yes. That's right.
So much history between these players in this matchup, and just the run up, all the matches we've streamed on the way here have been so exciting. We've gotten to see a ton of Sander's path here, Zdenek's path here, how they both play, seeing that they're absolute top level players, and really going to see the A game in this 21-point match to decide it for quite a bit of money up top, right?
Oh yes, we've
Yeah.
got, is it 65,000 euro to the winner, 29,000 to the runner-up?
That sounds right.
So
I think Sander already took some in being the undefeated champion,
Yes.
right? Yep. And a bunch in the side pool, which I think they're both in as well. So I think it's maybe even a little more they're playing for.
So it's
Maybe
100k plus in the prize pool for this match.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
high stakes.
Yeah.
That's basically as big as it gets in backgammon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So okay.
Couldn't be more excited. So I mean, I think we're about ready to wrap up the pregame show and kind of look through some Galaxy Store stuff. But before we get to that, I just want to know from you, Mark, your first World Championship that you've been involved in running and orchestrating all this stuff, getting Galaxy's involvement. What have you thought? How's the experience been this year?
Yes, this is the first year that you can say it's a Galaxy team organizing this event. It's because there's a crossover between the organizers here and the guys running Galaxy.
Yeah.
It's been pretty cool. I mean, it's gone above expectations. We had more players than I think we've had in 17 years for the World
Yeah.
Championship.
207.
Yeah, 207 players in the main event. With the streaming has been the best I think Backgammon World has ever seen. The atmosphere here in the room has been ecstatic. People are happy. There's been action. There's been money game action. You know,
Yeah.
I've been playing money game. I've been crushing Ryan Rebello two nights in a row. Yeah, it's gone above expectations. So I hope with next, and we're gaining experience as well. We're learning which stuff works. What are we going to correct for next year?
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be even better next year.
Any number one ideas for next year that you're going home with here?
Well, there's a lot of things, with the buy-in, the dates, some stuff on the streaming,
Yeah.
the side events, there's a lot of things to evaluate here after this turn. But we've had no time to think. We've just been running around,
Absolutely.
making this event as good as possible, so.
Well, I appreciate so much you taking some time away from teaching the kids lessons, on the backgammon streets to commentate this super exciting final. I don't know if we'd be able to handle playing and not watching at the same time anyway, right? So, yeah. We'll cut away and share some things from the Galaxy Store with you, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere with the finals between Zdenek Zizka and Sander Lylloff. I can't wait.
Can't wait.
The Backgammon Galaxy mobile app. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more. Improve your backgammon skills by reading the best books on the market. Available on Amazon. Links in the description below. The Backgammon Galaxy mobile app. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more. Improve your backgammon skills by reading the best books on the market. Available on Amazon. Links in the description below.
Welcome back, everybody. We're getting close. It's go time here. Probably need a few minutes to get things organized. I haven't seen the players walk into the room. But I'm getting really excited for this. I think I'm going to be quiet here and let Ardit announce this in the room.
Please give a hand to Lylloff and our finalists.
I think Rory is going to do some sort of intro in the room here, too. What an exciting week it's been. I hope everyone at home's gotten a feel for what the playroom's like here if you haven't been here before. I mean, way better to come next year and just see what it's like, but so much excitement in the room. We added a whole bunch of seats for viewership here. I think we'll kind of increase and get focus as the last chance winds down and the final ramps up. Chat's interested in Sanders' sister. Good to know. I believe he's 40, someone was asking. Like right at my age. Let's go. What kind of questions do we got? I got a little bit of time. 21-point match. Oh, who won Super Jackpot? I'm not sure. I think Ed O'Loughlin was a finalist from last night. They might be playing right now. The original Super Jackpot was Joseph, the super high roller, Joseph DeSona, edging out Maniel Shinko. That's on stream. Super exciting and fun match from way earlier in the week. Who's my favorite? I don't know how to pick. I think they're both going to play an amazing game. I think Mark's got it right. Maybe like small edge to the Sander, but I don't even know how many 21 points matches they'd have to play to realize any clear advantage there. I think they're both going to play great. Where's the unicorn? That was the shirt yesterday. 3 times is too many. I dressed up fancy in like a normal shirt for today. Co-commentary is going to be Mark Olson, and we might have a couple guests through the day, too, as they bust out a last chance. PR and level of alcohol. I think Sanders going to do his thing. I think they'll both most likely be under 3. I mean, 21 points. The nice thing about this is that, unlike a 7-pointer, if we make one big mistake and the match is over immediately, you don't have these outlier PRs. So they have plenty of time to grind it down. Averages start to take over, and I think we're very likely to see sub 3 from both players and be surprised if anything else happened. Entry fees, it was 1,000 to get into this main event, 800 going to the prize pool. So a whole bunch of euros up top. Super High Roller Jackpot was a 5,000 euro event, so that's like the largest buy-in. And we had another one of those. I think the final Super Jackpot, there may have been another $5,000 or 5,000 euro entry here. Is the anticipation more intense? I think so. I'm really like it's choking me up watching all these hype videos and stuff. I'm excited. When can we watch the Sander documentary on Netflix? I guess as soon as Netflix buys it and they actually make it. But not clear that's the direction it'll go. We don't know exactly what it'll look like. Lots of possibilities with that, but I'm excited about those possibilities for sure. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back, Mark.
Thank you.
I'm just taking chat questions for a little bit here. Up to 675 now joining us. Yeah.
Yes, both players are ready now. They're both in the room.
Oh, so exciting.
Zdenek was playing some sort of tournament. I don't know what that tournament was. I had to pull him off the board.
Probably speed guy. You got to do something. You know, he's bored. Come on. There's more money to be won, right? Let's go.
So did we get some good questions on YouTube?
Oh, just random stuff here and there. Chance of a one-game match. I like that. Let's set
And
some
we
lines.
have Bill. Sorry, Bob. Bob asking if he PayPals me $10 if I would get Sander a beer.
Oh, nice.
I think Sander's on the water today. But
Oh, really? Okay.
It
Okay.
completely depends on how the match goes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been like that's all his matches.
He's
you know?
a field guy. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
He might need that extra little juice.
Yeah. And so we have someone asking who eliminated Mochi. Oh, I almost remember.
Who was?
Nodar Gagwa, I think,
Nodar
right?
Gagwa, yeah.
Georgian?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was in the second chance. Who beat
Yeah.
him in the undefeated bracket?
Oh, and the undefeated who got him.
Mochi made it quite far, actually.
He did, yeah.
Within the last 30 players or something like this.
Had a nice run. Yeah, it's escaping me who bumped him off either. However, I think the brackets are in the description of this video still. They have been all weekend.
Yes.
Oh, not in this one. But if you go to some of the past streaming videos, you can pull up the bracket there and you can look at the path that all the players have gone through yourself there.
Yes.
Super exciting stuff. I've been leaderboarding that way all week.
Cool. We'll tell Wilson to put a link for the brackets. It's on drawbars.com.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting started, Nick.
We see the board here. Yeah, it's about to begin.
Whatever.
We
Are you good, Ada?
finished.
And that's Alexandra. If you've been following Zdenek's vlogs, that's his girlfriend that's been helping edit them and put them together. So she's doing awesome work. Check those out. They're so cool. I have been hoping that someone would do something like that to give tournament experience and, you know, get a better idea what it's like to be here. Mochi taking shots at that. Michi, I think, has a vlog that's been going this year too. I just really like the editing on Zdenek's as well. And so definitely check that out. You said, is that Axel hanging out with him, or is it Alec? I forget the guy's name.
Alex.
Alex.
Alex,
Okay. Yeah.
This is
Alex is Sanders' buddy. Zdenek got the moral support of the girlfriend there too.
Alexandra.
Yep.
Yes, she's been following closely all week, and she was really sad when Zdenek lost in the undefeated bracket.
Oh.
Because Zdenek made it far.
Yeah.
And when you lose, you know, you have a long way to go. She took it really, really badly when he lost. But I mean, Zdenek just picked it up and won everything from there.
Wilcox was sharing the same thing that like he's got his wife along and she's having to take a lot of the emotional support of like getting him through this kind of weekend.
Yes.
It's tough on the partners for sure.
Yeah, especially when you make it this far.
Yeah.
This is huge, you know. It's almost like once in a lifetime. I mean, it is once in a lifetime, you know, to make it to the World Championship final or semi-final.
Most likely.
And when it doesn't go your way, you made it that far.
Yeah.
That's a tough beat.
Yeah, very tough.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have an intro from Rory at some point here too. He wants to do a hype show of some sort here.
I think it's already begun.
I can hear it.
I think the hype show has begun. So.
Oh, we might have to mute the mics in here so we don't get any like copyrighted music on stream.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this is for the spectators here in the room.
Yeah.
YouTube video. The YouTube viewers are not going to be able to watch this, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we basically have a walk-in music here. with Sander and Zdenek.
This is a spectacle.
Yes.
If we step out of the way, can they see it kind of?
Maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the championship match of the 53rd World Backgammon Championship. Introducing first, the champion of the second division bracket, hailing from Prague, Czech Republic. He is just 23 years of age. He stands 191 centimeters tall and weighs 78 kilos. In his very first international tournament at the Merrick 2014 Open in Cyprus, he won the intermediate division championship, besting 71 players. That event set expectations for
Tell the viewers what's going on. Can you narrate it?
Yeah, Rory's introducing them over the stage there. Yeah. I'll try to do it nice and soft so I don't interrupt Rory here.
He was the finalist in the 2022 UBC Contender Tournament, being bested by only the opponent he faces today. Ladies and gentlemen, playing the white checker, top of the screen, Zdenek.
For those asking, ZZ is apparently 191 centimeters tall. 78 kilos is the weigh-in. Rory's doing awesome with this.
Introducing the champion of the undefeated men's brackets, hailing from Copenhagen, Denmark. He is 40 years of age, stands 106 centimeters tall, and weighs 105 kilos. Not the same condition. In 2017, he was the rookie era in the Nations Cup Backgammon champion. Bronze France, beating 169 competitors in his first ever big tournament title. That same year, he was also on the European Poker Tour in Barcelona, pocketing a cool €1 billion.
105 kilograms, Ken Golding, sorry.
He's the current UBC Contender Champion, ready to take down the three-time defending and only UBC champion Rosie. Ladies and gentlemen, playing the black checkers on the bottom of the board.
Super cool.
The match will commence momentarily. It will be a 21-point final being complicated by.
I love that. Significant weight class advantage for Lylloff, but someone mentions in the chat that I think Zdenek's got the reach if he can keep him off over the board there. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Monte Carlo Grand Prix board, it's a short board, so Zdenek is not gonna apply that reach advantage.
It's like the small ring. It's just not fair. Come on.
Oh, that was good. So this was Rory Paskar, one of our dedicated staff members, just did a Bruce Buffer, basically, to announce both players, announcing Zdenek playing the white checkers in the top end of the screen. That was good.
It's hype in the room. I loved it.
Yes. Excellent.
I guess that makes Zdenek the challenger in the second chance? Sure. We can go with that narrative.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. And there's
no losses for Sander yet.
Little ad for the new Backgammon Galaxy app. It's out for iOS for your iPhone and iPad.
Yeah.
And it will be out for Android shortly. You can also access the new version if you go to play.backgammongalaxy.com.
I love it. Chat's on board. They want to know who's wearing the white checkers and if you've got a belt for the trophy now, too. I think we need that.
We need a belt.
Nice. Oh, we need a belt. Yeah. I'd wear a belt.
Okay, so the tournament director, Mr. Arda, is briefing the players and wishing them good luck. We have the television crew in the background. We have Wilson with the Galaxy camera on the left.
Yep.
We have one spectator each for each of the players. We have Alex, Sanders' buddy, and Alexandra, Zdenek's girlfriend, watching. And then we have the match umpire, which is John Broomfield. He's not in the shot right now, but he will be shortly.
Arda walking off there. Absolutely world-class tournament director, too. I mean, I think everyone knows him from
Arda's number
Cyprus
one
tournaments. Yep.
Arda is the number one tournament director. Okay, the kickoff.
I can't believe we're going. Yep.
Yes, this is it. This is it. Enjoy, guys. This is going to be a treat. If you haven't already smashed the like button, do so.
Please do help us out with that.
Yes, do too. Zdenek knows how to play this one. Okay, we already have a shaky camera. Somebody
links up with the 11.
Yes.
Simple game so far.
Yeah.
5-3 looks like another point. And is this Zdenek with the race lead so far, too? That means Sander needs to start making some concessions to improve his containment or position somehow here.
Yeah. This is a long match ahead of us, a 21-point match. It's a marathon.
This just instantly steps up and like voluntarily primes himself a little more with the racing deficit, and it's correct.
I guess he didn't have any better ace to play.
Yeah, hard to slot against a better board. Sure.
And the race is still quite close, so
yeah,
safety is pretty important. So Zdenek has a cube action here.
Wow, very close, and he's going to find it.
He does double.
Yeah.
It's a borderline no double according to the computer.
Looks like Sander has some ideas about that. They're laughing about it over the board. I love it. We're going to continue this, I suppose.
I don't mind this cube from Zdenek. I mean,
I think it's
from
good.
a human player point of view, it's difficult to get that kind of accuracy, you know? So we're in the ballpark, and Zdenek elected the aggressive route, which is probably a good idea, to be honest.
Zdenek would love to be focusing on moving his back checker, but with the 3-1... if we play the 3, no constructive ace, leaves too much. If we play the ace, it's not really helping us get to escape.
Yes.
And stepping up to the 20 is just a little bit too much under the gun.
That's too much, yes.
Yeah.
You don't want to go under the gun here. The 11 point is better than the 10 point here. That's why this is a small mistake from Zdenek. When you have the 5 point open, the 11 point is very valuable.
I'm not sure he actually reduced shots by switching that way either, and instead of just playing to the 9.
Yes.
I think it actually is less numbers, maybe. Yeah, it's just 3-5.
That's
so missed a tactical opportunity there.
Yes.
This is an improvement for Zdenek's position.
Now
for
Sander's going to hit loose with all deuces, 7s, and 9s. That's a 9. Sander's going to hit loose. Yeah, trying to contain Zdenek, not allow him to get full freedom.
Nice close game here. 4 in, and then 3's going to have to break something. 11-8 seems like the easiest thing to release there. 1-4. It feels like, does this need to step up for freedom, or are we going to break structure to hit? That's a surprise to see there.
When the opponent has one man back and is on our 4 point, we need to be extremely aggressive.
Yeah.
But Sander knows that. Look at this. Yeah, he just knows these kinds of positions. That's such a good play. Really good play.
Under a lot of pressure to potentially be behind a 4 point board as well in that closed bar point. So the tempo of a lot of value here. 8-6 is very nice distribution there, too.
Play.
Nice deuce. 2-6. This doesn't do much. What is the best we can do with this? What
Interesting enough, 8-2 is third best. You know, the safe play is not what you want to do here. You want to keep fighting.
Yeah.
You want to keep your checkers alive, and Sander makes the best play. Really good.
I think 11-5 was in the ballpark there,
sorry,
too?
it was slightly better with 11-5, but it was close.
That one makes the most sense to me, to just make a bid for freedom and not lose any points. It's hard to give up a point, but of course we're going to be hit a lot there and put on the roof against a 3 point board. Successfully going to get the better anchor out of this, I think. But he's going to pause to think about another tempo, do you think? Or improving the 8 point?
No, he's going to find the best play. He just stopped to think just because he had that alternative. But I don't think there was any doubt in his mind here.
It's just so crucial to not be primed. So making the 20-point ruins a lot of Zdenek's game plan. And now Sander back in the fight.
Yeah. Zdenek is just scanning the board for creative plays here. It does feel quite stiff to play safe, but nevertheless, the safe play is the best play here. He doesn't want to get that second back checker. So he needs to prioritize safety here, Zdenek.
Yeah, feels uncomfortable to do. It's going to be difficult to clear the 10.
I mean, but what else is he going to do? Is he going to leave a double shot on the bar? I don't think so.
Yeah, well, he could cover it and leave a single shot and challenge his opponent to just leave their anchor, right? 13-7 is probably play B. But,
okay, good play, Zdenek. Very good. There we go. Okay, just had to think it through.
3-1. This can continue attacking, or it can make the 8 is the dilemma.
I think Sander's going to continue the attack. Yeah. Good play, Sander.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually some of the positions types that
double hit. What a shot.
That I've studied with Sander. You know, Sander's not really a studying kind of player. So I have to send him these position compilations, and this is actually one of the compilations that we've looked at together. When to be aggressive and hit one man back on the 4-point or on your 3-point.
Oh, what a beautiful play this best play is. We just want to come out with the 6 so bad. Covering the deuce would be nice as well.
Good play,
but no ace after that. So he just finds, I can escape with tempo. I love it.
Excellent roll from Sander.
Hits from the bar, Still controlling the outfield, even though he's released the midpoint, since Zdenek has no presence there. Yeah, crucial fan. 1-5 doesn't do too much to improve. I guess the 10 is better than the 11 here.
Yes,
so
definitely, because it's a blocking point from the 4-point.
Yep.
Not exactly a good roll by Zdenek.
Yeah, I think he still needs to step into it and preserve timing. And then any other 2s you like. I think that feels natural. 8-6 feels natural. Switching 3-1, I would have trouble finding, though.
Yeah.
Not sure why I want to be in
computer play.
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent roll by Sander.
Perfect. Yeah.
Now he gets that containment game going.
Yep.
Zdenek has to be careful here not to crunch. It's just 1 or 2 rolls away from the crunch here.
Yeah, got a lot of problems. I think
that's a good roll from Sander. He gets to liberate those back checkers and gain outfield control.
Yeah, too many stuck there. And are you 2 out?
It could be 2 out, actually.
Something to think about. Well, I think we saw the computer likes just a simple 10-6 to build, attack off the edge.
So it's too much to leave a shot there. Yeah, Zdenek has a 4-point board. You don't want to get hit if you're Sander here.
Yeah, getting hit can buy timing to escape that back checker that's currently primed.
Right.
So just that tempo is worth a little bit too much here.
Yes.
Is going to break the point instead, though. 10-6. Okay, that's better diversification than playing to 7. Interesting. I didn't even notice that it was actually 10-6 instead of 11-7, and he finds it.
So in this position, Zdenek has 1 man back and a race lead. So Zdenek's plan is to liberate that back checker. So that's why he steps up with the ace. He's getting ready to jump out free from Sander's prime. And of course, Sander is going to do everything possible not to let that happen.
So keeping the checker on the 14 contains best at 12 away. Sees most of his... And this feels very natural to make a point that's a member of the prime.
Not good. But outfield control is the key here.
Sure, too many 6s play too well, and so he needs to stay back.
That's the play. Yeah, he's looking at it. So usually you do want that structure. The 9-point is part of your 6 prime.
Yeah.
You would only have 1 gap to fill out on the 8-point, but it's conceding the outfield control.
That's a hard one to find, though, because the outfield control comes at, 6-1 and 6-4 we get double shots or better, but everything else hits then.
Yes.
6-2, 6-3, 6-5, 6-6. But I think tactically it's going to be a very difficult one to find to hop out there.
What's Sander's objective here? Sander's objective is not to make the 9-point, it's to make the 8-point.
Yes, because that is going to follow up better.
Yes, because of the placement of Zdenek's back checker. It's the 8-point he wants to build, and that would be 4 builders for the 8-point.
And if he makes the 8 point on that game, that could be fairly decisive for this game too. So that
this is not
quite a
good.
bit.
This is inefficient. You don't want to bring a checker in there.
It prepares to attack off the edge, but that's kind of a hard game plan too. We have to attack on the deuce before even making the 3. That's a really nice thinking one roll ahead kind of play.
Yes,
That's a little difficult to find.
He moves it back. Okay, good, Sander. Because Sander wants to prime here. He doesn't want to go for a blitz attack.
Yeah.
So the checkers belong outside in the outfield, not on top of your prime.
Yeah.
Where there would be attackers. He needs builders.
Mm-hmm.
So we have different names for the checkers here. In this case, Sander would have 4 builders for the 8 point. That's the best play.
I'm impressed to see that he's slightly better than a 60% favorite after the best play too.
Yeah.
That he's actually in control of this game with a better priming structure now.
Come on, Sander. The idea here is to prime, and you know that. The idea is not to blitz. So you don't need to put any checkers on top of your prime here. That's inefficient checker use.
Mm-hmm. Already a really fascinating game that they've gotten themselves into in game 1 of this match. This is exciting stuff.
Okay.
Oh, and he's going to go for the inner board construction idea. Yep. At least
That's
he
the
keeps
wrong
the
idea.
control back on the 14.
Whoa.
5s is not good.
It was a tricky play. I think Falafel would have been hard on Sander here if he'd seen him make this mistake. Yeah. Even though it was a tricky play, I understand why he didn't find the best play, but it's because he had the wrong idea, you know. Falafel always talked about having the right ideas over the board.
And what do we have
kind of
here
like
with
Sander.
the cube now, Mark? I think this threat is enough to, if we want to send.
I
and
think
then
so. I think this is a cube.
Can Zdenek still play this is the question. I think, I think the question might be more too good, right?
Yes, that's actually the question.
So crashed that we can just sit back and wait for that blot. We might send a second back, likely to win a lot of gammons.
That was a
And it's
nightmare roll, 5-5.
Close to break even on this decision. I always prefer to just send it and cash these and hope my opponent occasionally makes an error.
Yes.
1 in 100 games is enough to get that 35 equity back, I think, you know?
In this case, actually, Extreme Gammon tells us that if your opponent takes this cube 6.4% of the time, it would be profitable to double it.
Right, so a little better than 1 in 20?
Yeah.
And I think that happens.
That
People
probably
just
happens.
find wins in there,
Maybe not against Zizka.
Sure.
But in practical play, you tend to be more aggressive with these things. You know, you're giving your opponent to make a big blunder.
We broke 1,000 viewers already too, Mark.
Oh, that's fantastic. I think.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah.
We're supposed to have a little ad, 5-second ad block here, but
let's see the quick ad while we wait.
I don't know what's happening in the room now.
The Backgammon Galaxy mobile app. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more.
Okay, so we're back for game 2. This was a little ad for the new Backgammon Galaxy mobile app. It's out for iPhone and iPad. Android is coming soon, perhaps even next week. You can access it from laptop as well if you go to play.backgammongalaxy.com. So we're off, Nick. Game 2.
Yeah.
Quick start. Playing quick.
Making all standard opening plays, yeah. 5s is going to take the racing lead, so is the best we can do with it to attack on the ace? I suppose so. First instinct is to get the checker on the 20 moving. This buys a tempo and allows us to continue to pressure the blot on the 11 point, so that looks pretty nice.
Better come in, because I'm taking if I stay out.
Good to know.
Oh, interesting. The 2 has to enter after. Okay, so no chance to make the 11, has to clean up to the 6 instead.
Sander's really happy with that 23 point right now.
Yeah. It's in front of the made ace point, so it's taking checkers out of play and very little priming risk when you can't get those involved in blocking as well.
That's right. Even though Zdenek has the 5 point made, he has so many gaps now in his inner board. The Sander's sitting comfortably on that anchor. He can just sit there and wait until he hits some shots. Doubles are always tricky, you know, you have so many combinations here.
Yeah. I think the dilemma is that we currently block 6s, or we can choose to make the next best board point and play for contact.
I like Zdenek's play, actually, but apparently it was the second best, you know, but very small mistake.
Quite difficult to decide between those. Both plays have merit.
We see the ad here for the Monte Carlo Grand Prix board. This is the prize board. It's a new, it's the new Galaxy edition, specially made for the World Championship.
Yep.
It's you can find it on shop.backgammongalaxy.com.
With that beautiful inlay. And can Sander afford to hit here? Outboarded. with a Blotten board. I think it feels like a bit too much against a 4-point board.
Yeah.
That's usually when you have to start to slow down.
Yes, this is
plays into the blitzing game.
Oh,
plan.
no, Sander.
And he's going to look at it. I don't
he's
think
gonna
he's
look
going
at
to do it. I think he's done this, kind of giggles through, jokes about it.
Yeah,
You would
it's
love
not
it
his-
if I made this play.
It's
wouldn't
not
you?
his preferred play. He's just taking
No.
a look just to be sure how it looks. Well placed. Bullet dodged. Oh, that was a little bit of blunder potential there, but he made a great decision.
He might be fishing for a crowd reaction too.
Could
Make
be.
the hit and see if he gets a big boo from out here.
Sander is a crowd.
And now
pleaser.
he's ready to hit against the 3-point board. Not a Blotten board, so not
Oh
shooting the
wow! Look
roof.
at this, Nick.
And there's a lot of swing on this, roll.
This is a
makes
cube.
some sense.
Wow, this is
Okay.
a highly volatile cube. It's
Yeah.
kind of like what Dirk Schiemann calls quasi last roll.
Yeah.
Because if you get this, if you do roll a joker here, you can actually win the game in this sequence. Not
All we can
quite
do is
because
do the
there's still one
22.
open point.
Sure.
But it was actually a double.
And that's a difficult one to find. Those are the least intuitive to us, right? And he's going to think about this.
Look, he's looking at the banana split.
Yeah, is the situation so desperate? I don't think so. I mean, you have a 50-50 game when
Yes.
when your opponent just escapes the safety, and they aren't going to do that all that often.
This is not the
So-
time for a banana split. So a
Right.
banana split is when you break your inner board to hit loose. So if you're sufficiently desperate, it might be the right hit. This is not the time. You have an even raise. You have a 5-point board, which will be very beneficial later on.
Yeah.
Any hit in this game when you have a 5-point board will win you the game. So don't break your asset here, Zdenek. It's not the
One
time.
thing he has
It's
in
not the
favor
time.
of it.
Oh wow,
Oh, he's
blunder.
gonna go for it.
Okay, look at this.
Sander appreciates it.
He gives the fist bump. Huge blunder from Zdenek, but
Yeah.
at least he gets some style points.
Goes for the win.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, and Sander punishes immediately. And
The other thing in favor, by the way, is that he still has the better board after making the play, which is usually one of the factors we need to make the banana
but
split.
this-
But I
this-
agree the desperation wasn't there.
the desperation was
upside,
not
yeah.
there at all,
Yeah.
and he was even in the race and had a 5-point board.
Yeah.
Time was not right, but I mean, yeah, props for a stylish play. A bit of an overplay though, and Sander gave him the fist pump. He was like, yeah, cool play, man. But I don't think Sander would have made that play.
And so this 5 he's really struggling with. I guess he doesn't want to create 6s from the bar.
Yeah, it's too many good shots if you're jumping out to the 18 point. I guess that's what he wants to do. He wants to come out, but if he comes
yeah.
out, he leaves more shots, and he's missing out on that ace shot next time.
Yeah.
to pick
My
up the
dilemma
second
was just between 13-8 and 16-11.
Yes.
And
Good
so I
play.
guess I think this avoids leaving 6s from the bar. I'm
Yes,
not sure
that's
if
right.
your opponent really wants to break their 20 to hit so much anyway. I
Oh,
suppose so with the better board.
This is not the best play standing. So I mean, unfortunately,
Oh, this
for
is tricky.
Zdenek, he
This is
actually
very
has to,
tricky to find.
He has to make a double anchor here. It's not that he's playing a back game. It's just that he gains this immediate safety
Sure.
of the double anchor, and it might even be that the 23-point anchor is better than the 20-point anchor.
I think very difficult to find because it requires the 6-3 switch
Yes.
along with it. So
That's
I think
right.
he just ruled it out, decided to play more pure.
Yes.
And
mean,
close plays, though.
I can't blame Zdenek for the way he's been playing so far, even though he has quite a high PR.
Yeah.
But he's kind of been on the wrong side of a couple of decisions here.
Mm-hmm.
Sander has one blunder so far with the 5-2. But what is this? Sander is considering cubing up 47 pips.
He's got 5 blots back. Seems quite reasonable. Yeah.
And one of the things, like from a pattern recognition point of view, to look at here is the fact that Zdenek's position has kind of breaking in half. He has his front position very advanced, and then
Yeah.
he's stuck with a lot of back checkers, and he doesn't have anything in the middle.
Yeah.
Which means Zdenek has mobility issues here and connectivity issues. That's a strategic weakness for Zdenek. Next time he might have to let go of the midpoint, and all of a
Sure.
sudden he starts to crunch.
Means he needs
So-
to roll well from the bar here and keep trying to make bids for the outfield. And every time he's hit, he's going to be in risk of cracking the position. Like
That's
you're
right,
saying,
exactly.
yeah, releasing something that he really needs. But plenty of game and plenty of contact left to go in the better board. It does feel like we can play this out.
This is a great cube from Sander.
Yeah.
Puts pressure on Zdenek. So the Zdenek, of course, he knows the basic references here. So that
Yeah.
would be something like Sander having full freedom and we're playing a holding game. But this
Yeah.
is not it, because Sander still has one man back. Still, so we still have that fight going on.
Yeah.
Zdenek could still attack that guy.
Sure.
Sander has a lot of work to do.
I think seeing these numbers too, it's only a slight behind in the match and things like that. It doesn't feel like for normal scores that this is a very bad pass or anything. Like, it's almost optional. I wouldn't be surprised for many players to let this go. But my sense of Zdenek's instincts have been to take a little bit deeper, if anything. So I think he's going to find this and play it out. We'll see. We'll see what he goes for.
Yeah, the problem with this position is that it's kind of like a holding game, but you lose a ton of gammons.
I think Sanders trying to talk him into something here, too, and we'll see if it works out.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit of over-the-board banter to get the decision he wants.
I'm not sure Sander knows what the right decision is here.
No?
I think he knows he's giving him a tough decision.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So it's a very efficient cube. It's right there where you're right in that territory where you're giving your opponent a tough
And he lets it go.
Fair enough, fair enough. He's losing 30% gammon in this position.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of play left. 79 millipoints in such a complicated position like this is not a big mistake from a human perspective.
No, not at all. Not at
This
all.
was a very difficult decision for Zdenek.
Yeah.
Again, he's been a little bit unlucky being on the wrong end of some decisions here.
I feel like more than... I don't usually think this about almost any player, but Sander for sure. I think plays a little bit of poker over the board and has his instincts about what he wants to happen, and I think knows how to chat someone into a little bit closer to the decision he's looking
You're
for.
right about that.
You
You're
know?
right about that.
Yeah.
Zdenek doing a little bit of a trick move there, sliding in to make the 7 point.
And being so advanced, he needs to deal with the back checkers somehow, at least 24 to 23.
Yes,
But
that's
do
the
we
thing
need to
here.
go for the major split? No ace, but to stay on the 23, so that is going to be the ace.
He will go for the major split here because
Yeah.
Sander is ahead by 18 pips after the move. Sander does not have timing to stay back. He needs to fight for freedom, and he also has a better inner board.
Mm-hmm.
Very good play by Sander. Again, super accurate decision.
6-4 pointed on head, a 5 will neutralize everything.
Great
but
buy.
required to leave
Wow.
a shot.
Yeah,
so
but
not
a
all
great shot.
good, but
Great
yes,
shot
yes,
from
anchoring
Sander.
very nice.
Zdenek desperately needs a 4 here.
No 4, but makes a 4-point board. That's pretty strong, but positionally
This
in
is
a
not
deep anchor game, yeah.
This is not far from a double.
I think
It is a
cube,
double. Yeah, okay, it is a double. Good.
And
This
I
is
think on the strength of not being able to close the 5, yeah, but positionally is what you're getting at, right?
Exactly. This is kind of like an early prime versus prime cube. The Sander just has this huge advantage of owning the 20 point, so
Yeah.
he cannot get primed.
Yeah.
But it's still sufficiently early in Sander's development that Zdenek has to take. This is a cube Sander. Okay, he misses the cube. 58
So the
mistake
priming
from
is a
Sander.
one-way game plan. It's a big piece of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
don't-
could say that. You could
Yeah.
say that.
That's what happens when you have the anchor. I think usually the high anchor versus the 24-pointer deep anchor,
Yes.
those are very common that we're just, we have all the game plans and our opponent doesn't. So it doesn't take much boardage or race or anything. To
That's
really have a cube
exactly
there.
what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
Sander would be doubling on the threat of trapping Zdenek in a priming game with poor timing.
Yep.
Where he could just get him to crunch.
Yeah.
6-4 is not a good roll.
Not what he was looking for. No.
Now he's happy that he didn't cube.
And
But he
the
should have
best-
cubed. It was a great threat of
Sure.
trapping Zdenek in a very badly timed priming
Sure.
game.
And at least the 4-point board threatens counter or returns after Zdenek hits with 4s, but great shot for Zdenek, of course. And what's his best 2 at this? It looks like another situation where we don't want to give hitting 6s on the bar. And so we should just find a shuffle behind kind of play 6-4. That's a very interesting one and tough to find. Feels very natural to just advance the back checkers here. And yeah, tough to fault that play. Feels like it's going to make the best offensive progress when it works, but pays off to a few too many extra numbers. But Sander fans, and we're going to find a cube here. And look how close this is with that anchor, and still a lot of work to get past this this structure. Sander's got a break-even take-pass decision here, and play whatever he prefers.
One of those Danish takes.
Exactly. Easy Danish.
Oh, I'd love to hear what they're saying over the board here. I'm going to have to go back and watch all the Sander matches just to see what he's saying to his opponents during the game here. But so Zdenek got away with his hit, and on the upside of leaving, happiest, and Sander finds a break-even pass there. Just gives up the point to Zizi. Very close decision, though.
Yeah. correct. Double take.
All right, and we're back after that quick ad. It was tiny. It was a borderline pass, but Sander was worried that he might be making a Danish take there. I like that. Thanks for filling us in on the chat. Simple splitting roll, and after the split, we hit loose. Oh, I bet Sander's not the kind of guy to study his second roll, so he's just going to figure this out, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is kind of his weak area, you know?
Yeah.
But his senses are good. His instincts is spot on.
That's so amazing to me. I think Justin Noel was telling me a story like that, too, of like maybe Trabi or something like that was just doesn't study the second rolls and just looked at it, spent like 7 minutes of clock time on a second roll and just eventually made the right play. He was like, you don't have that memorized? No, but I figured it out, just calculated what it must be. It's just amazing stuff.
Who was that, Justin Borg?
Justin Noel, I think, told me that story or something like that, yeah. I remember right.
I think it's better to just study it for 1 hour and memorize. It's not that many opening replies.
At some point, knowing why, though, is pretty important, too. And so it indicates very clearly that Sander is able to figure that out.
Yeah.
2-5 an awkward roll.
Bravo.
What can we do with this? We're going to anchor and make a 6 stack. Okay.
Good play from Zdenek.
Very competitive to just slot, though, with how poor the structure is after this. Well ahead in the race against 3 back, though. Really doesn't want to be hit. Double fives is going to neutralize that advantage, but at the expense of dumping behind the ace.
Yeah, it's an excellent play by Sander. He's not playing a priming game here, actually. It's kind of like, you know, Sander's keeping his game plans open here.
Yeah.
You can still prime a little bit, or at least create obstacles for your opponent's back checkers, but he's never going to create a full prime here.
Uh-huh.
That's a joker.
Releasing the mid was the right idea, I think, and now...
And he played it fast. Super good play by Sander.
Checker in the air, new board point. This likely cleans up a shot.
Oh, this is ugly. I think he has seven men on the 8 point now.
Pretty bad and complete control from black, racing lead.
Yes.
But Zdenek does have this 22-point anchor to clear through and 2 stuck behind.
This has to be a double.
It could be, but I feel like it could be fairly takeable, right? There's just way too much game left to go here.
Yeah, this is one of those doubles where you're doubling because your opponent has such a bad position.
Yeah, might be just forced to volunteer next roll.
I'm not sure this is a take. Look at the pip count.
Oh, wow. Yeah, borderline double.
Okay, so it is a take.
Yeah.
But he's going to give Zdenek a tough spot here. Yeah. Let's see what Zdenek does. This is a tough decision for a human player.
I think so as well, but I think our tendencies are usually when we see the anchor.
Look at this.
And he's going to let it. Wow, that really surprises me. Okay.
He has such an ugly position. But, you know, he could play it out. There was still much play left in this position.
It just looks so early in the game that you never know what's going to happen. And those are the kind that you have to play out even when you're a bit behind.
A very tough decision again for Zdenek.
Yeah.
And again, he's unlucky that he's on the wrong side of a decision.
Yeah.
But Sander's putting on the pressure. He's not missing out any chance to put pressure on Zdenek.
What are we laughing through here? Oh, starting with the stacked up position again, maybe giving a hard time for that. Yeah, I did for that reason kind of like the run out, you know, and it was slightly favored, but basically pick him. Can play safe instead.
Okay, Sander's gonna hit loose with a deuce.
Is he gonna make a 5 stack as well?
Looking at the symmetric position. Yeah, he's funny, Sander.
Doesn't love his 5 with it. Looks like a bit of an overplay to hit behind and try to protect that blot on the 4 by hitting on the ace. Sometimes that's an idea. 13 to 8, he just hates the distribution. Likes how his 13 and 8 are distributed right now.
But you have to do it, you know, the hitting loose takes first priority, and then you have to make this 5 because your back checkers are way better placed the way they are already.
Yeah, hopping out and giving 6s from the bar is just a tactical problem here.
Yes. Okay, so Sander now wants to hit loose again, preferably with a 4, but he'll do it with a deuce as well.
Yeah. We have someone asking if that's going to be called the check pass now.
No, I wouldn't blame Zdenek for passing that cube. His position was so ugly with those big stacks.
It's a hard one to find.
You don't want stacks of checkers.
Yeah.
It's a great weakness in this game.
Hard to see how you're going to improve that one without an extreme amount of luck.
Great shot. Sander establishes an advanced anchor. And now we have a mutual holding game, which is usually a very close 50-50 type of position. We're never going to see any cube actions in the mutual holding game. We have to wait until one of the players rolls a big double or hits a shot somehow.
The only asymmetry is that Sanders got that goalkeeper, which leaves him down in the race as well. So we'll either have to solve that right now to get closer, make a board point, and Zdenek's also going to be under more pressure to relieve the timing issues of his position.
Yeah.
You have to figure out at what point to let go first.
But at the moment, the timing seems to favor Sander because he's down in the race, but Zdenek still has some playable checkers left.
He's got room.
Yeah.
And the board's too good to make any huge approaches at it. Maybe, a 2-point board could be a reason to do it.
Look at
this might be the time.
This is the time. This is the time.
We've got a 4-point board. Our opponent has 2. It's not going to get better. We have to give something else up and volunteer shots anyway. I think I go for it.
Yeah, you go for it here. You don't have any other alternative. Zdenek is up in the race and has a better inner board. This is, Zdenek, this is a bad play.
The counter argument is that once you escape, you're still almost only 50-50, so it's not like you gain enough off it. Usually we want to go, but he misses an opportunity.
This is the first time I'm disappointed with Zdenek's play, actually. That was not a good play. He's supposed to know this. You don't want to run from an advanced anchor, but when you're lacking any reasonable... he broke the 8-point and gave a shot.
He's going to volunteer again now.
He's up in the race. He has a timing disadvantage, and he has a better inner board.
Yeah.
This was the time. And now Sander could equalize this game.
3-2 is just going to continue. Could leave it out there if there was some play to help him with it, but I don't see much better. Just shuffling checkers in the board, maintaining a 4-point board. And Sander is going to be out of spares here after making the deuce.
Yeah. Sander is still holding the timing advantage because Zdenek is just... Oh, that's a good roll from Zdenek.
Not too bad.
He didn't roll a 6. He
One
didn't have
dead
to break
checker,
anything.
though. And so 6 deuce just releases the 8, I do believe.
Yeah, it's not a good roll.
Not so bad either, though. It delays, it doesn't leave a shot.
You get that daily builder on the deuce point. That's quite useless, but wow.
Oh, 5s is perfect.
Joker. That's what Zdenek needs.
That was his plan to wait for that. Oh, look at this neat. Actually, less contact if we relieve the pressure from the midpoint to the bar point and play down to the 8 and stay back on the 15. That makes sense. It's going to leave the least direct shots when we have to volunteer next roll.
It's a very
cool play. Gives us time to just let go of the 8-point possibly as well.
Yes, very cool play. So this is kind of like, this is a lesson in holding game strategy. And what Nick was talking about is that tension when you have an anchor 6 pips away from the point you're trying to clear. That's the best possible contact for the defensive player. So yeah, Zdenek missed out on the best play here. But again, a very tough decision. And again, Zdenek is on the wrong side of the fence.
And Sanders' position improving to a 4-point board. Zdenek going to think if he has a cube. I think the contacts, okay, we do have a small one on losing our market on sets, but just super easy take for Sander.
Wow.
Most of the time, Zdenek's leaving a shot this roll. I'm surprised.
I'm actually surprised that this is a double.
Yeah, I'm a little bit too.
You have market losers if you roll a double, and I think it's because Sander's inner board is not that strong. He has a blot.
That's something too.
Oh, wow. A great
Probably there's a big swing on something like 3-4, 3-5. I think we're going to volunteer.
This was a really good play by Zdenek. Oh, look, he gets the market loser. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that was impressive. Most players would not have found that cube.
Yeah. I probably would have rolled past it.
Yeah. And of course, Sander had a huge take. He didn't even have to think about it.
Sure.
It's there was so much contact value there. Sander winning more than 30% of the games. Impressive cube by Zdenek. So in a holding game position, usually you need to be way above 70% before you have a double. But in this case, Zdenek was all stripped, which means that the volatility was very high. If Zdenek gets that double now, he would lose his market.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
it could also go the other way. He rolls a bad 6 and Sander might get a shot.
Yep.
But it's looking like 2 points for Zdenek here. 1.7 PR for Sander, and Zdenek is above a 5, so
that'll come down.
5.8. He's going to grind it down, of course.
Yeah. Talking about that a little bit before the match. Unlike the... Okay, we're going to let it go. Probably a quick ad break, but we're going to...
The Backgammon Galaxy mobile app. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more.
And we're back. We're back to game number, I believe, is it game number 4 or 5? Something like this.
Yeah. Nearly even scoreline now.
Yes.
17 away, 18 away.
Yeah. It's unusual to play such a long match, so...
Look at this. He likes the slot in the opening. Okay.
Interesting. Wow, Zdenek wants to complicate things. Sander says, thank you very much. That's interesting that Zdenek chose to play this move. I would think that it would have been Sander that goes for these kind of complicating moves.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So Zdenek might feel that he has an edge in complicated positions over Sander.
Interesting.
Wow. That's
I don't know if I always buy the narrative of that making the game more complicated. This is how you usually play. Maybe purity's easier to you. That's what I find with these plays, and I like them for that. And it doesn't necessarily complicate your opponent's game plan at all. You know, it might complicate yours. So.
Every time you make the 5 point, you don't get hit and you make the 5 point, you actually get an easier game.
Yeah.
I agree on that. When you make the 7 point, 5 point, 4 point, you usually tend to have an easier game. But every time you get hit,
then you have a hard game. Does your opponent?
Yeah, I think your opponent also has, but you might be right. You might be right, actually, that you're more complicating things for yourself and not so much for your opponent.
This looks like we're going to keep it simple for Sander, I would think, and just hit and continue around the bend. Double 3 is a nice entry. I think we're going to... Well, my instinct would have been to improve to the 5 point, but it still blocks 6s right now, and so he's just going to go for the hit. Nice find by Zdenek here. I mean, nowhere near equalizing the race, but gives Sander more work to do. Takes the tempo away so he can't make a point. Very sharp play, I think, from Zdenek finding that quickly. I'm impressed with that one. 2-6 going to hit again, okay.
That's a lot of blots.
Yep.
But not much to be...
Usually we'd call that a Polish prime, but this is the Polish backgammon, I think, huh? I like it.
Oh, wow. Sander rolls a joker here.
Huge roll from the roof. Yeah.
Not a good roll.
2-6.
Not a good roll.
Doesn't link anything up. Going to have 4 blots around whatever he does.
An advanced anchor is much more valuable than a deep anchor in an early middle game position like this.
Sure. And so I think just to keep the advanced anchor slotted, I like this coming around play.
Move. Good move.
Could allow Sander to escape with some tempo, but I think it's still a long enough game regardless. Not going to hurt him too much.
Look at this,
and he's already tempting Sander into an easy cube.
Yeah.
Having fun conversations
There's
about
so
it.
much contact in this position.
Yeah.
Even though Sander's had 48 pips, Zdenek has that positional advantage of having unstacked his... he doesn't like it, but it's not that bad actually to have the 6 point unstacked and having the checkers out working well in the outfield. As long as you don't get primed, okay.
Oh, look at this.
That's a Sander's
Gonna send a very early cube, okay.
first cube blunder.
Yeah.
And Zdenek insta-took, which I like. Just sending a message to
5
Sander.
back in his 6th blot. I think I understand why he thinks about it. That's a big signal and the board advantage. Surprised that it's so far off, honestly, but I guess it's just a very long game to go, and he just can't lose his market, is what the analysis is telling us.
I'm a bit surprised here as well, actually.
With the second anchor, I think we're playing pure now in Zdenek's shoes, so I really like the 13-9. He can advance for mobility from the back, I suppose, but we really don't mind being hit at this point and need some sort of offensive improvement if we're going to go forward. So I'm just making some bid at that right now.
This is a very interesting position.
Breaking the 8 to hit could, this makes the game most fun.
Okay, yeah.
And this is one that the bot struggles with too, so it could be better than it looks, and even by the bot's analysis is close.
In our one trial sample here with the 4-1, look at this play from Sander. It's not even, look, it's borderline. It's actually not a bad move at all.
It's a really good option.
Wow.
Do it for the fans, Sander. Come on.
We saw it against Wilcox that Sander made a move that nobody would make, like the triple tiger.
Yeah.
And now we have this...
Just slots in front instead.
He didn't make it, but he looked at it, you know?
Yeah, it looks pretty good, you know? It's really, how can that go wrong? We're still buying time to make a prime in front of a ton of checkers, making sure our opponent doesn't make the 22 just like this, which is a huge improvement. So
look at this,
I love
Nick.
the idea.
We have a triple back game going on.
Yeah,
this is going to be a long game ahead of us. So much for the 4-1 split, huh? For complicating the game. Zdenek got what he wanted.
Okay. I'll give it to you.
Our one trial sample.
I love this. And now he's got what he wants and just wants to progress forward and really doesn't want to send another checker back and
Yes.
risk the 24 made.
This is
so he's considering not hitting. But
hitting
if
is
we
correct.
entered that way, we're stuck. We feel like we're sitting back on the 23, and it feels so awkward to do that.
Yeah,
but
this-
only 1 point in
yes.
front, so there's not that much priming risk. So.
I like Sanders' play a lot here. He even found the 13 to 11. He knows he just has to maximize checker utilization. Play as flexible and pure as possible.
Oh, can he get rid of his 6.2? Considers it. Okay.
Quadruple back game.
Yeah. What else are we
Crazy
doing
position.
though? We want all our checkers working together, so I think that's got more merit than XG would think. It really
Horrible roll from Sander here.
just
Sander,
can't cover the bar point. Yeah,
Sander wants structure,
would love to do that.
and he can't cover the bar point.
He has to move from the back. It could be just sending another checker back to buy time. Why not? You know, it really. I can't see how it changes too much, but either back checker seems fine.
Yeah.
It's the best we can do at this position.
It's like Sander is beyond the event horizon for back getting. I mean, he doesn't have to get more back checkers.
Yeah.
There's no use to it, you
And
know.
so this must be maximum mobility. Just goes for
I
that
like this
instead.
play, actually.
Yeah.
I like
At
this
least
play.
some chances of Zdenek losing timing. I do as well. Is he ready to give it up yet?
Oh,
He's gonna think about it again.
he can make the double hit, but the 20 point for Zdenek, Sanders' 5 point, is the key point in this position.
Yeah.
Zdenek is not supposed to give up that point.
It feels very nice to not let our opponent make the bar point, though. But we're so far
Yes.
back that maybe we don't. So
But-
I would be thinking about the 22 hit.
Yeah, me too. That's
Yeah.
the move I would be thinking about as well. But it's
Okay.
a little bit the same because then you might risk getting trapped in a 1-2 back game.
Does his
So
best to prevent making the bar point and works again.
This
Best Sander can do is link up with that 10 point. I think that's a nice blocking point. What else do we have?
Yeah, the 10 point is blocking the Zdenek's 20 point.
Sure. Maybe not effectively. We're more likely to give that up. We're not really priming with it. But it's just the only sort of offensive structure. And look at this.
Yeah.
Bar to 15's better somehow. Okay.
Apparently the 15.
All
the
these are gonna be
10
really
point is
close.
not really that useful.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And so themes of all the last plays, are we willing to hit from the
Look at this.
24?
Yeah,
Not yet.
we got a slot here. We got to play
Yeah.
13-7 and 9-8.
Out of time for anything else?
You can just play as free and pure as possible.
Up to
Zdenek is
12:30. I hope we have like Jim Pasco's watching this too. That are, I mean, he's probably begging someone to break the 6 point right now and recirculate.
He's
Loves those
considering
kind of
it. He's
plays.
considering it. This
He's
would
been
be.
for a couple rolls.
I think it's wrong to break the 6 point because
according to the bot. Yeah.
yeah, because you kind of want the 6 point, you know. Then you have to make it later on.
Sure.
And you have other ways of gaining that timing. But it's
think-
probably not that bad, you know. Now we are in
No.
a very deep back game. We have
And
a
I
long
think-
game ahead. Look at this. He's
I
gonna
think
make
the
it.
most simple counter argument. I mean, your checkers are pure enough where you're not going to be left with a blot on like the deuce or something like this. But you'd really like them all working together.
Yes,
and if you can
that's
get all of your checkers recirculated, that's your best chance of having the snake and the prime and rolling around.
Yeah.
And you have your argument armies connected.
Wow, he makes
And
it.
he goes
Look at
for
the
it. Sanders loving this too. Yep.
Sander shakes his hand.
We've got an exciting final for sure. So I think he's going to hit high here and try to leave the impure checker in place.
Wow,
Four
look
makes
at
the
this.
bar. Great improvement.
Look, he
for him.
looks at it. Wow, if he finds this play, that's insane.
13 to 9 just
This
to,
is-
oh,
if he finds
wow,
this play,
yeah.
wow, he makes it.
Making the bar point seems so automatic. That's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, why does he need structure?
What an
He
incredible
just wants
move.
all the sets to play and things like this. Okay.
I don't even understand it. You know, this is
Yeah.
too far beyond. I mean,
I'm not sure I do either. He's going to make it this time, it looks like. Doesn't want to take the checker off the 6. Now really needs Zdenek to make some progress and have to
Yes.
hit him things like
but
this.
look
Okay.
at Sanders' instincts. You know, he
Yeah.
doesn't want to hit. He's stopping, but then he's like, okay, I can't. I have no other 3 to play.
There was another option. You could just play, it looked like 10 to 7 there. A little
Okay.
bit better according to the bot.
Zdenek puts the valuable jumper on the 20 point, ready
Yep.
to leap out.
And we are off the analysis map right now. This is not a game that any of us have studied very extensively.
I mean, we've
Some
studied
of
back
us.
games, right?
Sure.
But this is like the deepest of the deepest back games.
This is exciting.
But and you see how the principles apply here. That you and
Yeah.
both players are playing according to those core principles. You want your checkers to be utilized to the maximum.
Yeah.
Any kind of inefficiency is unacceptable.
Yes, the further back we get, the more it's just strategy is everything. Tactics are almost nothing.
Yes,
and you
exactly.
cannot afford any impurities
Exactly.
on either side in this
That's
position.
exactly right, Nick.
Yeah.
This is all about strategy.
Mhm.
Even safety, a normal concept of safety, goes
Right.
out the window.
Yeah.
Because You just want to play pure, flexible, and efficient.
Still trying to get all 15 back. Okay, making a bid for it.
Sander is doing his best not to let that happen. Wow, he makes the
Anchors
best
up.
play.
I like that.
Of all the variations of
Sure,
Extreme
let's get in the way.
He
I
makes
think
a point.
5 to 4 is a weird bot play. I don't feel like that can actually be right in any way. But XG is getting a little confused now, and I think 7 to 6 actually makes a lot of sense to me as well.
5 to 4 could be right. It could be right. You know, just reestablishing, because at some
Why do you
point,
want 2 checkers out of play? Like, they're not doing anything right now, you know? Like,
But-
I really think you would much rather have them roll around and
you
have
could.
a pure Pete
The thing is,
slotted.
the game is not necessarily destined to be the purest of the deepest of the packet, where you really have to roll your prime all the way. There is still a chance of Zdenek winning some outfield control and not necessarily playing a deep back game, you know?
But a 4-point doesn't help you with outfield control either. So I feel pretty strongly that I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's probably like a gammon reduction play in XG's mind or something like this, but it's just, you know.
I think we're beyond the event horizon for that
Yes.
as well. Like, we have 7% backgammon in this position.
This is a good one.
Skip all the trend.
Crazy game. So much for the low PRs. Okay, so apparently the double hit was better than the single hit here. Sander's gonna get a blunder here from the computer, but who knows, right? Even the computer is like...
Apparently
Who
this
knows
is a classic reference for Thomas Tenlin position. He studied this one extensively.
Yeah.
Just memorized all the...
And this is one of those positions type where we cannot even trust the computer 100% here. This
Absolutely,
is a
yeah.
very rare position with a very long game ahead of us. The computers tend to do better in the positions that they've seen over and over.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we obviously the computer's gonna play better than any human, but and look at the PRs here.
Yeah.
The PRs are going up.
What do you think Zdenek's best idea is here? I think he's almost got Sander around to crunching and stacking up. It's probably going to leave the 20 point eventually.
That's the wrong idea. That's the wrong idea.
But he really just wants Sander to come to him now.
Yeah.
And I don't think he wants to have to make a board point. Again, I think
that's not
this allows him to link up and maybe make a mid point or something like that.
Oh,
I really don't mind the mobility idea.
This is crazy.
I know the bot doesn't like it, but I think this makes some sense. Maybe we get picked up on the 3 if we're lucky. There's some
He
things
gives
like
up
this.
the quadruple back game, which is a mistake. You should just stay there, you know?
Yeah, off the 24 maybe.
It's like
I like the 5.
You had
know?
a 4 prime.
Yeah.
You know, you had a 4 prime and your opponent's inner board.
But he's feeling the pressure of getting his checkers doing something, right? He is kind of out of time on the front. So I really
yeah.
think that 20 to 15 feels pretty important.
But he still had that spare checker on the 20
Sure.
point. I think
Sure.
that's why you
Could have just used that.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
Again,
Being back on the ace is nice and safe for Sander.
Now
There
we're
we
getting-
go. Finally,
now
we
we're
have a 15. I
we're
think
getting
we're happy
into a
with this.
territory now where XG is just giving them blunder after blunder.
Yeah.
But the reality is we don't know. Not even
Potentially,
XG
yeah.
knows.
Yeah.
You know, so the PRs are gonna go way up here. They're probably happy they're not
Oh, and he
playing.
found a double 6s. This is very bad for Sander. Really doesn't want to play any of these.
Look, he's looking at the shifting play. You're actually supposed to make the shifting play.
And the worst is having to make 2. I think I would be tempted to just break this and
Yes.
remake. I like this a lot.
Yeah. But
Making
what if-
the ace is just, it seems like how can we have 2 checkers out of play so early
I
in
hate
this?
XG's top play here, making
Yeah.
the ace point. I love Sanders' play way more.
Yep.
It just feels weird to make the ace point here.
And now
Why would you-
Zdenek's found a lot of the time he needs.
yes.
His biggest problem in this game is those 3 checkers in the board. It's going to take so long to create any sort of counter structure when he gets the shot. And the shot from Sander is coming kind of soon.
Again,
you know?
XG wants to make the ace point. I think there's a little bit more merit to making the ace point now because now there's actually backgammons in the mix.
Yeah.
Zdenek
yeah.
has too much timing here. It's
Yeah.
not optimal.
This is fair. We could make an argument for that for sure. I think I still prefer the priming point, and maybe the ace could bust up timing a
yeah.
little more effectively.
Very, very.
That seems 8 to
big
4
blunder
seems
for
fine.
Sander according to XG. The idea here from XG was to make the ace point, but
Yeah.
I am not sure that XG
If you're not going to
understands.
make the ace, then giving up your prime does seem a little bit suspect. So maybe the 12 to 8 with it is tactically the right idea before you make the
Let's
ace.
look at this move. Let's see Sander if he still doesn't make the ace. It's been like he literally had 5 or 6 decisions in a row where
Yeah.
he chose not to make the ace.
And I like the 7 again. I think
the
this makes
computer
sense.
wants to make the ace, and the computer is giving Sander huge blunders here.
Yeah. Very awesome stuff.
Not so much chance of me busting.
Couldn't ask for a more exciting game to get in the finals here either.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is
awesome.
Madness, Backgammon madness.
So maybe there's starting to be some tactics. I think that's what the bot's seeing. But I mean, this feels very a natural strategic play to make the 12 to 8. Sure, we're going to have some really bad numbers next time. So maybe just clearing is actually the idea. Trying to get to the bear off. But this is just an impossible position to bring home.
I think we reached that stage of the game now where Sander is kind of just trying to clear.
Yeah.
You know?
And how do we do that against the 20, 22, and 23? It's going to be very difficult to progress this game.
Yes.
Zdenek finally has just enough freedom to start making his board. Again, the biggest liability for him is just that checker on the 3 is so misplaced. You don't want the one on the 5 either, really. But no way to force
double 5%
Sander to pick those up.
Okay.
5s is a great shot for Zdenek to see.
Yeah.
Did he played all of them?
Yes, he
Okay.
did. Okay, Zdenek, he can still play it. He
I
has
didn't
the
think to
time.
ask about that. Did they discuss? Are they playing legal moves in this too?
It's not part of the rule set, so it
Sure,
would
but
be
if
up
they
to-
agree to it, they can. So
If
if
they
we
agree to it,
discussed
they
that with the
can.
players before, if that didn't happen, I'm not sure.
Usually they allow the transcriber Aviv Siva
Yeah.
to correct them if they make
Yeah.
a wrong move.
Making the 7 seems like a very nice idea and an asset here. I think it links with the other blots he's got over there. Likely to turn into some sort of prime here. And this is kind of funny. I guess, is Zdenek, does he even want to hit if he has to here?
Good question. Good question. Okay, he doesn't get.
He's going to go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's not really ready to.
He's not.
But
ready
what
to,
else
but
can you do?
What else can he
Yeah.
do, right? And if he doesn't, he might lose a backgammon.
Time
So
to
let's
snake
just-
home. Rooting
let's
for
just
double
hit
3s
it.
from Sander. Ace 6 is going to get primed and break to the. Oh, he can enter on the 6. What am I talking about?
Yeah. No. He's gonna break. He's gonna break.
I was
The
thinking he
ace.
had to enter on the 24.
But look at this. He has to break something here, and the
Yeah,
best
7 to 6 seems fine.
7 to 6 with a hit is the best play.
Yeah. This, I mean, we get some upside on fans. He might not hit us. We might make it, you know?
Yeah.
Or we might just get some flexibility to pick it up. But how are we ever clearing the 7 point after this? This is still a quad shot.
Yeah,
Have
exactly.
we even
This is-
reduced shots?
This is a
Not
quadruple
hitting
shot.
it?
Okay,
Yeah.
Again, XG says this was a blunder for Sander. I actually think I agree with XG.
I think so too. I
This
think
was-
we're
this
getting
was the
down
wrong
into
idea
some
for Sander.
tactics here. Yeah.
It seems like a very valuable asset, the 6 point here. So why not just go for a hit? And you would reduce the shots.
The switch to 7 to 3 seems too much. I really don't think we need this. I don't like that one.
I think that's the wrong idea as well.
I think we just need the checkers kind of rolling around together.
Because this point is going to be very difficult to recirculate those checkers, and now you have to make your prime in completely the wrong order.
Right. The 7 was closer to interacting with the checkers in the outfield. So just strategically, hey, how are we going to get there?
What a crazy game this is.
This is super exciting.
We're gonna see.
We might be an hour or so away from it finishing still, right? I think we're getting there.
Look, we're in the double digits PRs for both players now with this
Amazing.
game.
Amazing.
Crazy.
Okay, links up and makes 2 more points. Okay, yeah, I think making some assets. Now that we've made the 3, I agree with XG's tactics that the best we can do is fill in that 5 and 7 and try to make that prime on the other side of the board. Part of the big error in strategy, I think, in switching is that it's nicer when we have the flexibility to try to build from the back as well. But we're pretty committed to this forward structure, making progress toward it.
And Zdenek has a lot of checkers that he can populate the outfield with and gain that outfield control, gain the connectivity. And
Is Zdenek really pausing to think about a Q?
There are no
And he
market
is.
losers.
He is the leader, still risks more
How
gammons
are
than
you
his
gonna
opponent.
lose your market here, Zdenek?
I cannot think of it either. Yeah, I think we got way too much game to go. I love it.
It's
This is
such
the
a
kind
long-
of finals we needed. A 10 versus a 12. Let's go.
So much for the BMAP ranking, huh? This kind of actually shows one of the weaknesses of the BMAP ranking system.
Yeah,
where you get ranked on the basis of your average PR. Of course, it's a good metric, but there's so much randomness in what kind of games you get into, as we see here, that
have
it's
some
impossible.
outliers like
It's
this.
literally impossible to play low PR
Yeah.
in this quadruple deep back game. But this is exactly the game we want to see in the World Championship
Oh, of
final.
course, of
Two of the
course.
best players battling in a hyper complicated position.
Yeah, and we're gonna learn a lot about who understands the game best. We saw a couple. I mean, I think Sanders' feel has been spot on for how to clear it for the
Yes.
most part, finding really complicated plays,
I think
finding strategy, and I think
Sander-
a few leaks here and there was easy. Yeah.
Yes. I think Sander had that the idea of making the ace point, that he didn't do that for like 5 consecutive rolls.
Which I really like. You know, I know the bot was hitting
Yeah.
it, but I think it shows a strategic idea about the
Yeah.
position for sure.
I kind of shifted along the way. At some
Yeah.
point, I was like, okay, you know what? I want to make the ace point now.
Sure.
And
And
then
that could be, but it feels debatable, right? Where I don't, I'm not sure the 7-3 shifts. I struggle to come up with a carding argument for why you would make that.
I think the argument is that if you leave the ace open, it's because you're still playing a back game where there's still a battle going on. If you close the ace point, now you're in the late back game
Yes.
phase where you're barreling in, you know, and you don't want to get hit.
I agree with
think
that.
that's the.
I was trying to compare it to Zdenek's 7-3 switch, though. If you could come up with an argument for that play.
Oh yeah, that I can't. I think that was a bad play.
I think so too. Yeah.
Look at the double sixes here from Zdenek. He misses. Okay, now all of a sudden we're in the late stage of a back
Slots
game.
the 6 is the best you
It's
can do.
still
Okay.
basically 50-50
4
who
point,
wins this
nice.
game, according to the computer.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of work to. Oh, is it going to
Okay.
take a lot of work to clear?
I guess it's a good roll for Sander. Like if he dodges this double shot, he might be
Yeah.
home free.
It's
He
great.
does dodge.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't say home free, but he's done a lot of the work, and almost every game he wins is going to be a gammon. Favorite to do it. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It's like 80%. Okay. 5-1 is going to be 2 off. Very nice.
This is all of a sudden a powerful position for Sander.
And this is the problem with playing back games, is that when they don't work out, you tend to lose a lot of doubles and maybe some triples, you know? But he got some good time and play out of his money, out of his stake here, you know? And usually we want to wait until Sander's down to 3 checkers on the 4-point to start thinking about leaving the 23 or the 22 to create new numbers.
Yeah.
We can see that the missing number is the deuce here, right? So he might clear the 23 to provide that. Once it would create a double shot. So if we get to a spot where like a 6-2 is going to break down the 4-point entirely, then I think it could be time to leave the 23.
Yeah, this is pretty standard stuff. We're back in the realm of backgammon positions, of which we are familiar with.
Right.
That we can study and
Zdenek's forward structure has come together nicely. So
Yes.
even after making the 3, he's built around it.
this
He's
is actually, this is a good
interesting.
play actually because he needs to save some backgammons.
Ah, okay.
So
okay. We're
well
forced to
played,
do this.
Zdenek. He found
Yeah.
the best play. Oh,
Oh,
there's
the back shot.
The under. Wow, did you see it, Nick?
Devastation. I did.
That was Sanders, like, what do you call this rolling style?
He dropped that on Wilcox a couple times, and it was devastating. That was the force. That was the force roll.
Yeah,
that saved him from 2.5%.
Exactly. That was the reverse roll. Oh, look at this. He has a
I love
chance.
it.
Wow.
Yep.
If you can win a backgammon.
1 in 6. Any double will do.
Oh, shit. Big swing.
get 2 extra points on this one.
Oh, he's so excited. They're clapping in the room.
Oh, was it a deuce on the floor?
Sander gives him the high five.
Oh, they're
Zdenek
having
is
way too
nervous
much
here.
fun. I
Zdenek
love it.
really doesn't want to see a double. Okay.
Did he go for the?
Oh,
I think it was the drop and not the back. The drop,
Yeah.
not so good. You know.
Look at the PRs, Nick.
Oh, that's amazing. I love it.
9.7 versus
love it.
11.5. What a game.
Couldn't be more exciting. Okay, quick ad break after that long one.
I take it.
And get Michi is a co-commentator on this one. We'll step away after that. What an exciting match so far. 8-3. Lots of match left, but one of the most exciting back games that we've seen in a while. You got any thoughts on that you want to share before we go to break, Michi? What did you think? You like all the plays?
I feel I was lucky that I didn't give a commentary for that game.
Very lucky. Yeah, that was a wild one. Well, all right. We'll be back with more Michi in a few minutes. Enjoy these ads from the Galaxy shop, and we'll be right back. Thanks, everybody.
Oh.
The Backgammon Galaxy mobile app. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more. Improve your backgammon skills by reading the best books on the market. Available on Amazon. Links in the description below.
Live. Cool. All right, everybody, we're checking out the Zdenek there with Alexandra, Alex in the shot, waiting on Sander to return after that super exciting game that dragged the PRs way up, of course. So, but of course they're not playing for PR. Don't care at all in this one. So super fun to see. Leak in the game. I'm interested in all the discussion about the bots and things like that. Oh yeah, someone in the chat says you should write a chapter or a book on that last game. You think you can do that for us? On that back game? Can you write about how to play that?
Yeah, I think someone needs to write a book about back game.
Yeah. Isn't I can't remember if that's part of Mochi's next book with Mark. He gave a presentation on some back game strategies.
Oh, really?
So there might be a little bit in there. Yeah. We'll see. That would be nice, right?
Yeah.
It's just not really out there yet.
It might be the first book about the back game.
That would be cool. But okay, 5-point lead for Sander. But a long match, 13 away, 18 away. Not a whole lot of score adjustment that's going to happen yet. We still have so long to go to the end where all the crazy things happen. So still just playing backgammon for now.
And still it's a long way.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, good start for Zdenek.
Yep.
Oh.
And a fan and an instant cube.
He didn't hesitate.
No.
So,
and early game, only 8 in the zone, no progress with the back checkers. Sort of must be a take, right?
Yeah. So at a normal score, like 0-0, it is no double take.
Okay.
Yeah. So even at this score, the take is clear.
Yeah. You know this reference then. Very cool.
Yeah, double ace looks strong, but only 8 checkers in the zone and just 1 extra in a point.
Yep. And the second double aces can't bring any more checkers in the zone, can't make a new point. So the best we can do is just establish a slightly more forward anchor. Split for Sander looks pretty natural here. Gets his 5-point as well. 3-1. Ooh, not doing a whole lot here. And Zdenek's lead pretty much disappearing in that couple sequence of rolls there. 6-5. What can this do?
5. Ooh, it's a tough. But maybe not touching back checker.
That's your idea here? Okay, okay. Feels a little strange to come out into a double shot. And then all we have is maybe cleaning up the blot in the outfield. They're 13-8. This feels fairly natural. Yeah. You can see the bot prefers slightly just coming out and jumping into that contact. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, XG prefers coming out.
Yeah. Our opponent has an anchor. We're somewhat primed, so I can see some merit to that, but I feel like it's a difficult one to find. 5-1. Once again, Zdenek just not really finding just whiffs of rolls here. I'm not sure what the best we can do with the 5-1 is. Probably not volunteer any shots. The race feels a little too close. So either 13-7 or the thing with 10-5 is that then we have to ruin our distribution, right? So that looks a little awkward to me. Oh, I didn't think of switching to a blitz. It's an intriguing idea.
Hitting?
Very close. Okay.
I'm not going to do that.
No, with only 9 in the zone, I understand, in a better priming structure. But for lack of options, I like that he finds some aggression and finds some way to progress the position home. 5-2, finally a nice improvement.
Yeah, now white has a 4 prime, but 1 checker on the ace point is it's a big liabilities.
Yeah, it doesn't work well at the prime. Ace in hits, but the 6 isn't so great. Slots the bar. And Zdenek unable to hit that. And now, still I think a lead for ZZ, but Sander with the tempo to make a prime of his own.
Oh, but I didn't teach him that.
What?
I don't know what they're talking about, but they're having way too much fun.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is tricky. I think we really want to make the bar point. The 3 up looks very nice too. It's hard to leave that double shot on the midpoint though. So maybe I'm going to find something like 24-15.
Ooh.
Oh, and Sander's going to look at this. Instead of volunteering the shots, just clean everything up.
Is this possible to come out to the 15 point?
That was my first instinct as well, and it's in the ballpark. 05 finds 2 down. I think it's very difficult to find a little bit of both there. Feels way too wide open, so understandable. Small mistake there. Extending the prime for ZZ. Very nice shot for him. 6-5. Not a good roll for Sander. 6-2 gets to just escape and play a priming game, huh? Oh, he shouldn't actually leave. Very close, very close, yeah.
Is it reasonable to leave the anchor?
Yeah, it might allow our opponent to just attack and buy time to escape the prime. But our priming game, we are running out of time, right? He was going to have to start to stack checkers on the prime. When our opponent anchors, we feel silly about that, so feels close. Blitzing's going to be difficult unless Sander can step up quickly. Is our best here to link up lots or just make another bid for flexibility? Don't give our opponent aces, step up to the 21.
Yeah. So tidy up looks natural play. But XC prefers coming up.
Yeah. Get out of the way of that extra spare on the deuce, you know? Okay, this is going to be a great shot for Zdenek. I think just hopping out. Well, I'm surprised. Why 13-8? To increase the attacking ability should our opponent step up, I suppose. Not under a lot of risk there, but once again, weird little tactical improvements that they could be making. Tough ones to find, though. And now Sanders' position deteriorating. Zdenek looking in the driver's seat on this one.
6-5?
Doesn't safely attack off the edge, so I think we got to keep our structure in our 5 prime here and just prepare to do more next roll. So something like this, sure.
So 3 is huge.
Yep. Is the 2-up part of it now, too. Now if he's pointed on, he can hopefully make the other anchor. 6-2. Does this break?
Tiger?
Ooh. I don't know if I find a double tiger here.
Yeah.
Looks a little scary.
Yeah, Sander promised me to do a double tiger at least once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was Zdenek.
It was Zdenek to go for it. Oh, and so he finds a tempo at the end of the prime. 6s are pretty huge. Oh, aces are big too.
Oh my goodness.
Very good roll for Sander. However, Zdenek can still trap him off. If he just enters, he's containing well.
And black has that.
Oh, the back shot for the 6-5 around.
Oh.
It works every time. We got to learn that roll from him. Maybe he can write a book on this.
Okay. 4 and 2.
Ooh, we really needed to hit. I don't think he's going to find 6-4 to do so, but you never know now, right? So I think just 8-6 kind of play, or do we hop past with 16-14?
This choice is unclear to me.
Oh, 6-3 hops out again most likely, or does it hit in... Oh, it can just get one blot to safety. My first instinct is that it must come out, but okay, that does look a little bit better. He's going to count through the shots and see what his likelihood of getting both blots home is if he escapes one. But this buys tempo to maybe roll another 6 if Zdenek can't enter. So it's got that upside too.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, a fan is huge.
6 is a killer.
5-1, no such luck. Wow, he's really going to the deep into the well of back shots there. I think he's going to spend all his luck early in the match. I'm not sure. Maybe he needs to save some of those up.
Is this his specialty? Oh.
It is his specialty, yeah.
He came out.
Yeah, huge shot. What reduces shots now? Advancing to the 13 or staying back? We have 7s and 2s, which should be, what, 12,
it is a natural
16?
play.
Yeah.
We want to come closer.
Get closer to home. 7's going to hit. Zdenek back in the driver's seat, but all the gammon save mostly.
Yeah, another great shot.
Right up to the edge for Sander. Another great roll as well. Double 3s, okay.
So he cannot complete a full prime.
No, so it feels a little stronger to cover the 4 here than to leave the front slotted. We've seen the issue with leaving the blot on the front. Sander keeps getting chances for escaping with the 6 with tempo. But it feels a little scary to break that prime and allow our opponent to enter. But we can just keep it slotted and shuffle our checkers in a way that allows us to cover it most of the time next time and decide the game that way. So what are our best other 2 here?
Oh.
I probably like 14 to 11 along with it. And then I don't really want to play my last 3. But so I guess a small preference here from XG 14 to 8, 12 to 9 also seems fine as long as we're leaving as many numbers as possible to roll forward, right? Is that what you see here as well?
Oh, it's another tough choice.
Would you think about lifting here instead?
Nothing to shoot at.
No.
Yeah, I kind of think so too.
Yeah.
Make a big step. And he's rewarded for the lift.
Oh my goodness.
Comes out into a quad
he knew
shot
that.
now. I think he did. And double threes misses somehow. That's
Double three?
wow.
Oh my goodness.
And I think Sanders in the driver's seat maybe won this game with that. That's
Yeah.
50 pips is too much, I think.
So he can cash.
Yeah, even at the leading score, I don't think it's so scary to send a 4 cube being 13 away here. If the 8 cube comes back, you still get good value out of it. No gammons in the position to worry about. So it feels like a natural spot for it.
Yeah, it looks a clear double, clear pass.
Mm-hmm. Tough luck for Zdenek.
Yeah, only 4 bad numbers.
Yep.
Yeah, double 1, double 2, 1, 2.
Those are tough to play for. Even those don't necessarily win the games. Zdenek still has to hit it, and then still has to build the structure to close him out, and he's 3 points away from doing that. So, not a lot of hope they can get in the back into this one. I expect Zdenek to drop this one. I'm actually a little surprised to see him spend so much time on it, but I think just wants to confirm how bad the race is before he lets it go.
Yeah. So I personally don't remember exact match winning chance. So I cannot calculate, but
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like the winning chance is so low.
Yeah, exactly. You use some fairly accurate formulas for calculating races like that, don't you, though?
Oh, sorry.
What formula do you use for calculating your racing chances?
I use climb and count.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. So it's directly gives me the winning chance.
Yeah,
So I love that.
very nice.
It always comes 2-1-4-6.
But it's not simple method, so I don't want to recommend the people.
Okay.
Ah, yeah. Tough one to learn, but most accurate. I've thought about it. 6-5 feels like the free roll idea. We run from the 13, and when we're missed, we have both escaped. Otherwise, we just commit to having one back no matter what.
Yeah.
But safetying the checker looks reasonable as well for better distribution with the racing lead. Keeps pressure on that slot on the 5. So they're very close here.
Yeah. Especially black is going to make the 5 point. So
Yeah.
jump over the 5 point is also important.
Yeah. I guess another theme here is that there are more fly shots than usual. 6-4 is going to hit, and 5-5 in the outfield too. But finds the technically best play even. 5-4. This doesn't do much. Not a great roll for Sander.
So slotting on the 4 point.
That looks nice to me as well. I'm first looking for what can I do with my back checkers, and I just don't see anything. Hopping out into a double shot or getting double hit a little too often. So I think I'm going to find something pure with the front checkers, and go into the 4 looks pretty strong. And look at this. He's going to make a bid for an advanced anchor and control the outfield instead. This should result in the double tiger play that you were looking for most often, right? Not on this one. This can just clean up.
It's a boring play, but he didn't have good alternatives.
It is, and with the racing lead, you don't mind boring plays, right? Hopefully, you can just cruise home to a simple racing win. So here we are with another boring one. No double tiger needed against a 3-point board. We'll just play 13-8 and try to win the race. And now, does Sander actually do better to anchor against these stacks with such a board advantage? I think he just drives home the positional advantage and makes the 3 instead, right? Yeah. Slotting the 2 with it, I don't find. I guess with no spares on the midpoint, maybe that is what you have to do. What else do we have? That's a tricky one. Got it.
So obviously, Sander never play 23-20.
Right, yeah. Got to keep the contact deeper in the board.
Yeah, maximize the contact.
Mm-hmm. It is a nice permanent asset to have, but it just releases too much of the pressure on Zdenek's position and allows him to race, which is his preferred game plan. So good job of driving advantages home.
Ooh.
Double twos is going to punish that, though.
It's a great dice.
Very nice shot. 5 enters, and now he gets the anchor anyway without giving up the contact. Very good roll for Sander as well.
So, do you think white is going to double?
It doesn't look like enough in the race quite yet for me.
No.
Maybe with more lead, only 7 pips. We want to be like significant racing lead, I think.
Only 7 pips. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too small. So for a cure.
Sure. And the goalkeeper is still generating a lot more wins. Doesn't look like much gammon risk yet until Zdenek can improve his board strength. 2-6 going to give up the midpoints. I'd be tempted to stay there and play something in the board, but okay, knows he doesn't want to give up aces to clear. No value there.
And
6-3 is a little bit awkward. Covers, but then we don't have a safe 6, so now he's going to go for fixing the goalkeeper problem now. The problem with the hit on the 23 is that Sander could still potentially just enter deeper for more contact. So maybe prefer not to hit, but I don't see anything better here.
yeah.
And he does that.
And he missed. Yeah. That's what we are afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The black got a shot again.
Yeah, the blot on the deuce is going to repeat. 13-8 looks like most progress to home. I don't think we even get another cover out of playing 8-3, so just looks destructive, yeah. Ace is going to hit and cover. Beautiful shot.
So what's going to happen even at this score? Yeah, white dances.
The question must be more like too good, right? And he's just going to claim.
Okay.
I think that makes sense. He can have some bad numbers with 3 checkers behind some structure, right? And a long way to closing out for the gammon, so I like the decision. Score should probably influence that in the claim direction.
Yeah, what surprised me is that their decision is very quick.
Yeah. These players really just like have such a strong grasp in some of these spots where we'd have to pause and think a lot more. It's impressive.
So now Sander is 10 away.
Interesting that he's thinking about the 24-23 to pressure that 8-point with all the numbers that would build the 5. Usually we don't want to be there, but tactically had some merit and was very close.
3-4. Oh.
Very tricky. It's scary when we're outboarded to step into the attack on the 20, right?
Yeah, come up to the 20 point. It looks like a tiger cave.
Yeah. Tiger Cave. I love that.
Oh.
And he will go for the attack here, 7-5, I think.
I totally agree. Hitting on the 5 point. It's a must.
And now it's always tactically confusing whether we should split and try to make progress toward our race in position like that, or just bring another checker down and win the blitz. Here, the split at least pressures a blot for good 5s in the outfield as well, so I can see some merit to it. 1-5 is a great response from Sander. Hits twice. Beautiful. Could turn this game around. Zdenek needs a 5. 4-1. Entering 2 at least is better than fanning with 1, but clear advantage for Sander now.
Then.
Ooh, the hit and cover, I think.
Okay, wow.
Sending a 4th checker back.
Black is going so well.
Yeah. Sander not leaving any breathing room for Zdenek, and Zdenek, the best he can do again is to play another double anchor game.
Yeah.
Stuck with 4 back again.
Yeah.
And look at this, the timing and situation is bad enough in the ace-4 back game. He showed that he didn't really like that in an earlier match. So he just splits off it, and XG doesn't mind that play. Very interesting, just goes for mobility instead.
Oh.
And advances to a 4-3, okay.
Wow, it's a nice upgrade.
Very nice upgrade,
so
yeah.
1-4 back game is very weak.
Yes.
But the 4-3 is reasonable, decent back game.
Yeah. That was a very solid tactical find to take the chance to split and get away with it. Very good play by him.
Actually, do you call this type of back game as a semi-back game?
I tend to just call it a back game, but I know what you mean. It's higher, right?
Yeah.
So it's more like a double anchor game we start to call the 5-4 or something like this, but I treat them all pretty similarly. I mean, they do have very different features. I guess the 4-3 wins less games but loses less backgammons, and it tends to kind of all balance out in the equity in the end, right? So 6-4 is going to make the deuce. Okay, not where we prefer those checkers to go necessarily, but also can't afford to leave a shot against ZZ's very good board.
Yeah, black buried 2 checkers on 2 point.
2-1, I like the diversification of 13 to 10. It feels,
10 looks so natural.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going to play poorly after that? Do we get anything out of playing to the 5? We do want to spare there eventually, but I think clearing from the rear is a priority first.
Yes. Yeah. Now 5-3 is a tremendous good dice.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. 2s is pretty good as well. Going to at least start to clear. And then no reason to make contact with one of those or both of those anchors by advancing to the 9.
So making the 9 point is totally wrong.
I think so. It's actually pretty close in the evaluation, but it feels like the wrong idea in this position, you know?
I
Could
think
be
so too.
because Zdenek has timing issues and it might actually function as a priming point in this game, but I would find Sanders' play here as well. Just try to clear instead. And successfully does that with the 6-3. Very nice shot as well. And Sander holding the 2 cube. It might be tough to find a recube in this game.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so difficult so for cube, for black.
Right. Especially when a lot of the threat of these kinds of positions is gammons. Oh, look at this. We should just make the ace. I guess that must be better than giving up an anchor when we run out of time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, let's say if white moves his anchor to the bar point, then 2-1 become a great dice.
Awesome. Thanks so much, everyone, joining us, too. I think we just cracked 1,300 people watching this final.
5-4.
5-4 perfecta, yeah. That's amazing. And are we in anywhere we're like going to consider cube yet? I don't think so. But this is about as bad as it gets for Zdenek. He's about to bury a checker. Sanders cleared almost down to 3 points in front. He's got the gap, which would usually push us off the cube a little bit. But things are looking dire for Zdenek. It's hard to see how he's going to win this one. And look at this. He's going to look at finding a way to keep all his checkers live. Does it by breaking the 6. Reasonable idea. And Sander, is going to pause to think about whether he can claim this game or not. And looking at these numbers, we could do it for money. But at this match score, the reduced gammon value on a 4 cube and the risk of it coming back is a bit too much. And I think he's going to figure out whether or not he might even get a pass out of Zdenek, right? Going to think about this a little bit too.
Initial cube might be okay, but the recube must be very, very careful.
Yes. Yeah, we're getting too close to match end where that's starting to really have impact. Again, the risk of the 4 and how potent that recubed 8 would be is just worth quite a bit in this position. So he needs to be conservative now. Still thinking about it, though. Yeah, please do like the video if you're enjoying the content we've got. Loving doing this all week. And we've arrived at such an exciting final. Nick Blazer on commentary here with Michihito Kagayama.
That's right.
Did I do well? Did I even pronounce it right? Okay.
Very good. Great.
I've been practicing my Japanese.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you can take free lesson from me.
Oh, free Japanese lessons? Oh, amazing. Okay. I might take you up on that. I don't know if you intended that.
Wow. But I'm surprised. Sandra takes such a long time.
Yeah, I think he has. I mean, I'm not sure how he can think through this, but when our opponent crashes like this, it really does feel like their winning chances just drop so much, you know?
Yeah.
And I think he wants to think about, he might even have been thinking about like a too good borderline there, right? Like, am I more likely to just win a gammon, or is this something that I should just claim the wins now? And this sequence has gotten even a little better for Sander, but still nowhere near cube.
And And do you think the analysis by PlusPass is accurate at this type of position?
I expect so. I think it does pretty well in these like more natural back games. You know what I mean? I think it was going to have a lot of trouble with the back game we had earlier with like 10 checkers back. I think it doesn't, just doesn't see that far enough ahead. The plies are a real limitation there. It's the whole way that it does its analysis. But here it's been pretty sharp. I think that was a big, that's one history thing I know is I remember seeing when XG came out, everyone was pretty impressed that it could navigate games like these pretty well. So I trust this evaluation.
Okay.
That combined with the mathematics of the match score stuff, I mean, a bot's just going to do that way better than we can in our heads.
That's correct.
Yeah. So you trust the bot here too? Do you have positions where you deviate?
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of positions do you think it struggles with yourself?
Oh, so maybe outside ply?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we call it a snake.
And there we go. Those PRs dropping down into the advanced level. Pretty good for them.
And
we're in double digits for a bit. That was good.
And we are waiting for XG3.
Yeah.
When it will come.
Do you think that's going to happen? I don't know. I keep hearing updates about how that's like coming in just a couple months, but I haven't heard anyone tell me what the new incentive for Xavier to release a new copy is. So until I hear that, I don't know why I would expect it, But I do agree we need it. Lots of people talking in the chat about Alpha Zero or something like this taking over. I would be interested in seeing that, but I've gotten into some interesting conversations. I think I saw someone, James Vogel in the chat, say he chatted with someone like a developer over there that wasn't interested. But it's not clear to me. Okay, 5-4, not going to clear safely. Go ahead, Michi.
Oh, yeah. So I thought White is going to leave the anchor, but with double ace, he couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But still, he keeps his 5-point board.
And now he's going to make Sander think for another 5 minutes about the cube action again?
But if it
inching closer. Super fun stuff. Thanks everyone in the chat there. Oh, we're creeping up on 1400. I think we're at a record for watching the streams here. This is pretty cool stuff.
Wow.
2-5 forced to volunteer. That's the only deuce. Okay.
No,
maybe Zdenek's last chance. And what a killer that is. And now I think we're clearly too good for Sander. Yeah, just playing on for a gammon. That one hurts. But yeah, I'm interested to hear that someone's actually gotten Alpha Zero's ear on backgammon. I'm not clear from a computer science perspective that it can deal with a game with this much chance. I know Go and chess, they have to think forward quite a bit, but you get the clear feedback of a win or a loss at the end of that tree. Where in backgammon, you get a win or a loss, but you have to play some thousands of games to know how often you win or lose after each one, right? And so the processing seems exponentially larger to just let a machine try to learn it. So I don't know if we have a good solution to that yet, but hopefully someday.
Yeah, someday.
Yeah. Okay, and now that we've devolved into just a 22-point anchor here, the gammons are pretty much disappearing, and so Sander's considering whether he needs to claim here. But still 22% at stake. Would you have estimated it this high? I'm kind of surprised by that number.
I think 22% is reasonable. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I might estimate 20%.
Yeah. And so if you know they're that high, I imagine you're going to take a roll here, or are you going to think about claiming this?
Yeah. So what I can do is estimating winning chance and game winning chance.
Okay.
Ooh. Now. Oh.
Takes a roll. Save for one.
Sander didn't hesitate.
Wow. And how sharp is that? Spends so much clock time considering the decisions when it's a little bit off every time, and then when he gets to a break-even too good decision.
The Backgammon Galaxy mobile app. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more.
Yeah, Michi and I, right before that commercial break, they understand backgammon very well. Surprised by his perfect timing of that cube. Really amazing stuff. And 8 away, 18 away now. Sander creeping forward, and for sure, Zdenek's going to be more aggressive with sending the cube for all the situations we ran into last game now. 5-4 anchors and neutralizes a lot of that threat. Hard to get in early cubes against a high anchor game.
Yeah, golden point stops white offering a cube.
Okay. Six five, interesting. I didn't really go through the options there, but it seems strange to volunteer into a double shot. Must have been the best you had. 1-6 covers and runs. Okay. And this is a nice improvement for Sander.
Oh,
and
got it.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, because of the advanced anchor and black is ahead in the race.
Yeah, that's strange to do when he's ahead in the race, isn't it? But his safe play was 8-6, which I guess he just decided was too stiff. And only other twos are going to volunteer anyway, so he goes for the one with the biggest upside.
Yeah, all conditions indicate that the black should play passively, safely.
Right, yeah. Surprising find, but it was very close. And Zdenek going to step up to the edge. This is a pick-em play as well with a nice board. Sander at a normal score for sure has a lot of threats, but a little scary to do at this kind of score.
It's very dangerous to double at this score.
And with the race being close and the better board, I think, and the anchor, he can go for the attack now and try to decide this game. Which deuce? I guess we really like the communication of 9-3 for covers. Maximize that. So shifting to the 7 is a little too deep. Shifting 6-4 isn't so much fun. 13-11 breaks a point. I don't like any of them. So I have to pick one. Yeah. And he chooses 9-7.
Oh,
seems reasonable.
Really? Wow.
I guess now it must leave a lot more shots, but now 6s can cover as well, and we can end up with a prime. So some upside of that. And here we go. This is getting close to the pass side of the cube window at normal scores, and so 8 away he can almost still get in a cube with the threaded gammons.
Yeah.
But look how close this is still. He's going to spend some time on this. And rightfully very afraid to squander his match lead by sending a weapon in a 2 cube and going to send it right on the borderline. You would have had a hard time finding this one, huh? Yeah?
Yeah, but wow, I'm surprised.
Snap take from Zdenek.
For the cube. Yeah, so take was the easy part.
Yes, yes. Take at normal scores too, okay. Sets of 6s for each. Much better for Sander, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And look at that, he should actually just give up the 13 entirely instead of playing so impure in the board. Covers the 6 prime. Yeah. And that's looking likely to be at least another 2 points, with the threat of a blitz turning into 4 points. So I think that's part of why Zdenek should have just released his midpoint to avoid losing an extra 2 points here. Make progress towards home.
So black has some chance to win gammon.
Sizable chance. Yeah, there's still 14 pips outside here. So if he closes that out, that's probably like 25% gammon, something like that. So significant risk.
If black keeps the 14 point, the placement of a spare checker is pretty bad.
Yeah, it is. You have to play all the way to the deuce, but it still feels like, oh, he has a 6 prime, so he can do something like this. Okay, that seems very reasonable. Yeah. Actually better to play around the other way and play the 5 from the back and get even better distribution, but still a nice tactical find. Five one plays safe for now. Zdenek happy to make progress towards saving that gammon, I think. Can he afford to volunteer here to do that, though? Just going to give up his 6 point. Hope for the best. And I think hitting loose has a lot of merit here. We actually like to get hit with an ace and buy more time, and he misses it. Yeah, just plays to the 5 instead. I'm surprised.
He didn't hit?
I'm not sure.
No.
I think he wants his opponent to leave the shot, I guess, is the idea, which he got out of it.
Yeah, but Yeah, hitting immediately must be the right idea.
I believe so as well, yeah. And so now he wants to decide if he should close out or pick up the blot. Picking up the blot could be harder to do later, so I'm inclined to go for that as well, but we sure do hate to give the ace point. And Zdenek gets it.
Oh,
Should hopefully save a lot of gammons here now. But with the cracked board, Sander might find some trap opportunities. It's hard to do when you don't have a checker in the outfield to control and pick up the checkers when he runs, though. So I think it's just going to turn into a 2-point game most of the time.
So I think the characteristics of a super strong player is they offer cube aggressively, even though they are ahead in the score.
Yeah. And Sander did just that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Zdenek also did that yesterday.
Yeah, it's very much so.
Yeah.
Oh, we wish we had one extra ace here.
Yeah, that type of aggressiveness must be very important. Yeah, characteristics.
Yeah. Why do you think that's so important? Because it generates like points when you shouldn't get them, or bigger games, or what?
Because normal experts are pretty very passive.
Yeah.
Offering a cube when they are way ahead in the score. And they mostly become too passive.
So just miss out on equity there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's not easy to find the right moment to offer a cube when people are way ahead in the score.
Sure.
Very hard.
Yeah, our human brains don't like the volatility and risk that way, right? So, yeah. Zdenek resigns to 2. We're going to go to 6 away. You find the same thing with aggressive checker plays then? They've definitely been doing that as well.
I'm not sure about checker play.
Fair enough.
Oh,
6-2 is going to open with the slot. I like it. Okay.
Now Zdenek changed his mode.
Yeah, this is the clear gammon go play. Not clear, the right gammon go play. At the score, XG still favors a little bit of conservatism, but people make the argument that we should be playing gammon go earlier in a trailing situation like this, so fine idea. This looks like it makes the 7 pretty naturally. Oh, a nice second option there. Okay. Gonna find the best play. 3-1 points on head. Very nice shot for Zdenek.
Yeah, it's a good start for white.
Oh, and on a fan with the board advantage, even with 3 checkers back, he's going to get in an aggressive cube.
Is it double even at this score?
Just shy of it, but again, from your discussion, I mean, we like to see it, right? You have to try to win, yeah.
And it's such an easy take.
Yeah, that is the problem with it. You feel like you're given a bit of a gift and an easy decision. I liked Zdenek's play there, but I'm surprised to see a very close candidate is to just go for the blitz by 6 down and hit on the ace with the 5, even with 3 back. Very interesting score play there. Okay, in on the deuce. I think I like switching 7 to 5, even though we have a nice priming point here, right? It feels like an improvement. And
so now position looks like even game. Oh, no.
I must have missed something there. Okay.
Now white is a favorite.
Aces for black, makes an anchor.
Making a 3-point anchor, butterfly anchor is very important for black.
6-3, not a lot of good 6s around the board for Zdenek here.
Yeah, black's anchor is a huge obstacle.
Yeah. And so just cleaning up one of the blots and volunteering again is the best he can do with it. And double 4 is just a killer.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And he sees instantly that it's going to link up if he wants it to. My first instinct was this play here to make the bar points and come down and block the 9, but misses that one. Very close, though.
Yeah. So Sander played very quickly with the double 4.
Yes,
so he got the image.
Missed an opportunity there. Ace in and 6 hits, so that was a fun trick. 3-6 gonna hop past, okay. And if Sander can just break contact successfully, he's gonna be in great shape in this game. Zdenek must have to go for the hit here. Clearly on the back foot, can't risk freedom for that final checker.
Sure. Okay.
What can this do? I guess we see a lot of freedom from the 23, so maybe tactically to avoid all those numbers that are going to point on our head and hit loose.
Wow.
We need to enter deep. It's a difficult one to find,
It's
though.
hard. Yeah.
And I actually, style-wise, from both players, I'm not surprised to see Sander go for this tempo hit. I was about to say, to prevent some sort of positional improvement. Little bit too much there, but it's really close, viable. Maybe score shifting that again. Yeah.
Ooh. I
4-6.
didn't expect the hitting is so close.
Nice return. Well, the tempo is very valuable with all the blots around and so much likely structural improvement on the very next roll, right? So let's take away half a roll and slow that down.
And the 4 dancing number is huge.
Yeah, that too.
Double 4.
Okay, now he's going to get the 9 point like he should have before and just bid for freedom otherwise. Oh, it should actually... Safety. No, he did it. He got it right. Yeah. 3-6. Needs the mobility with the 6, and then best 3 is to start a point and leave the double shot. Oh, yeah, we do have a double anchor game now. And Sander has to decide if hitting is going to help time that or not. Looks like getting it behind the prime is a little bit more value here.
Yeah. And Zdenek checker on the 14 point is a playable checker. So hitting a playable checker is valuable.
Yes. All right, 3 enters, 4 comes in. And Zdenek can still pull off the contact here, but not great timing. Needs to avoid big sets that could ruin that. And what can Sander do with that? Just try to keep his timing or his prime for as long as possible.
You're looking for a fancy play.
Yep. Looking for other options. Well, I think you have to ask yourself if you want to leave a checker on the back of the prime and be hit on the way or not to ruin timing, right? So...
So here, slotting on the 3 point is a clear option.
Yeah, it looks fine. If he hits with the ace, he's not at the edge anyway. It's a... Oh, look at this. You should switch to the 3? Did you look at this option?
No, not at all.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
But it looks really nice because now your 6s communicate with it to make it very nicely. Just plays a lot better. So, I mean, we like the slotting play for sure to try to fill in, but it's just going to be easier to make the 4 later than the 3. That's a funny one.
I believe switching, no human can find it.
Tough one.
Over the board.
Looks very nice once we see it, but yeah, tough one to look for. Surprised he doesn't make the better points, but okay. 3-1 gonna make now in advance, sure. Simple plays for Sander. Just hoping Zdenek cracks for him.
Yeah, why wants to roll a 6?
Yes, as urgently as possible. Maybe not double 6s, but something to get moving before he cracks his board, which maybe a roll or 2 off of that, but gonna need a 6 soon for sure. Over 1,400 watchers now, too, by the way. Say hi to them all. I said over 1,400 watchers now, too. Very cool stuff, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good for Backgammon community.
Yeah. Keeps growing.
Now, does Black have some bad numbers?
5-2, not a good number. It looks like it's just going to dump to the ace instead of... So we can clear an order later and still try to get our opponent... Yeah. And Zdenek's going to crack instead. Not good for his winning chances.
Nope.
And is Sander just going to have a massive challenging decisions with the cube again? He might. Yeah. 6-5 gets mobility, so still possible for Zdenek to remake the 6, but not looking good.
What?
6-3. Oh, it shouldn't clear naturally from the rear.
Yes, against the deuce point anchor, clearing the bar point is also important.
Ah, okay. And instead of burying a checker, Zdenek should give up some contact there, mixes a small tactical opportunity. Would have been punished, would have hated the 4-3 after coming off the 20.
So, now Black is burying a checker on the 1 point.
Yep, now he's forced to go. And so both of them are starting to have to make some concessions to their position. 4-1, perfect job for Sander.
Oh my goodness.
So now almost certainly too good. Not too much to think about, yep.
Yeah.
6-2 looks like 2 in. Risking a 2-6 from the bar and nothing else.
That's Joker. Oh,
2 what?
Whoa. Very close.
And look at this. He should just come out and try to make progress around. Misses a small opportunity there.
Yeah. And the benefit is in case Black rolls double 6.
Ah, okay. I like that. Yeah, then you get a double shot.
And when Black rolls 1-5, hitting is unclear.
Okay. That makes sense. And Sander paused for a moment when he was right on the too good borderline, but then just skated through. And yeah, double 2 is not a good one for Zdenek. Gonna lose more structure.
So I was watching and gave commentary last night.
Oh, okay.
Between Zdenek and Fernando.
Okay.
So all the time Zdenek was rolling very well.
Yeah.
And today that is happening on Sander.
Yeah. It's I mean, everyone's making their best decisions, trying to put themselves in the position to win should they get the lucky dice, but you need to get the lucky dice too, right?
Yeah.
So
But still Sander is 6 away. Oh. Another shot.
oh, yep. Gonna leave something one more time. Last chance for Zdenek. Gonna leave to not lose a backgammon now. Nothing's gonna repeat there. And in a race to save the gammon. Was a small favorite to send it, but Sander now a big favorite to win a gammon, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So only double 6 saves white.
I think he has 5 checkers on the board still.
Oh, 5 checkers.
Yeah, they're just stacked up there.
Sorry. I misunderstood.
Still in some trouble. Gonna need 2 crossovers, so some sort of set. So he has to figure out how he can get the most of those. And could this possibly... It looks like he can get double 3s if he plays 18 to 12 and misses that. Okay. So he's gonna hopefully not regret that one. Fills in instead. I don't know if... 6-3, no set. Okay, no difference. Yeah.
Wow. Everything has changed.
Yeah, okay. 2 points closer. Or, sorry, 4 points closer. 2 away, 18 away. And as soon as Zdenek gets any sort of advantage, he'll be happy to hand over a 2 cube, most likely. But getting within reach for Sander here. Zdenek under all the pressure.
Yeah.
We had briefly over 1,500 people watching this with us. That's so exciting to have you all joining us for this. It's starting to be tough, though, for Zdenek, man. Not catching the dice. Need something to get him back in this match.
Okay.
Borderline. And like we said, just a tiny advantage. Looks a little too easy for Sander to take. But needs something to work. And there we go. This would have been a huge market loser and gets it in time.
Oh, my goodness. Double 5.
And a fan, okay. 4 points could make a big difference for Zdenek here. Bringing at least 1 into the zone and advancing to attack that 4. I like it. Enters deep on the deuce. That's a really good roll for Sander.
Yep.
And 5-3 can hit loose, right? Yeah. Continues the attack. Needs to fade a 2. Does so. 5-2 is the perfect roll for Zdenek here.
Best.
Really wants to hit. Really wants to cover 2.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, 4-2 is another cute way to do it. Okay, gets to switch off the 6. Doesn't even have to think about it.
But
Sander laughs a little.
Yeah, his play is so fast.
Yeah, playing amazing though, you know? I mean, doesn't seem... goes for the backhand. Doesn't save him that time.
Now, Sander changed his way of dice rolling.
And now getting checkers into the zone is starting to get interesting because they... the 1s and 2s aren't that many numbers to hit, so we want to be deeper. Doesn't find a way to hit again, comes around and can win the race even if Sander rolls a 6, but getting a little scary here.
6. It's huge here.
Yeah, misses, okay. Zdenek desperate for a 1 or a 2, misses again. 5-3 has to play behind as well, can't move the back checker.
It's like anti-joker.
Yeah, getting scary. Still a lot of gammons when it works, but some definite winning chances for Sander in this position now.
Yeah. It's not easy. So any 6 is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Survives one more. There we go. The ace is going to hit 4 up. Oh, he can hit and lifts, but I think he needs to get moving here. I don't think getting hit so bad.
Yeah.
I think getting stuck's a little worse. Okay, but cleans up. Not too bad. 6-4. Oh, that's a great
Okay.
shot. Solves many problems. Definitely happy with his play before after that. Deuces to pick and pass look kind of nice. Just linking up is nice.
Okay.
Definitely don't need to make the 6 anymore now that we have freedom. 5-4 fan. Okay, and finally, it looks like Zdenek's going to more than double his score.
Yeah.
Backgammon here. That's a pretty good improvement. But what do we do here? Do we even need to... I'm not sure we need to pick up the checker anymore. There's not a lot of backgammons here to play for.
Yeah.
If we just don't get hit, we're winning a gammon. So XG's preferred safest play is just to even out and play 2 checkers to the 3. I like that idea.
Okay. Yeah. The key is that estimate the gammon winning chance.
Mm-hmm.
If white could estimate gammon winning chance correctly, the choice will be easy.
Ooh, and is going to be punished by volunteering a shot after making the aggressive play.
Okay.
But
Maybe
fades that.
backgammon?
And now backgammons might be getting real. Yeah, I was thinking that there weren't enough to play for, but there's a small percentage.
What?
I mean, another fan, that could be real. Another
Yeah.
2 points
Double?
would be huge.
Oh,
Evens
eight
out.
checkers
Evens
left.
out.
Looks okay.
Oh, 5-5
No
is going to
backgammon.
save it. Okay, okay. Resign the gammon. Finally.
Yeah.
All the way up to 7. 14 away, 2 away. And it looks like we're going to take a small match break here. So we'll step away for some advertisements, and we'll be back with more match action soon. Thanks so much for joining me, Michi. We'll be right back.
It's my pleasure.
The Backgammon Galaxy mobile app. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more. Improve your backgammon skills by reading the best books on the market. Available on Amazon. Links in the description below. Backgammon Galaxy mobile app. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more. Improve your backgammon skills by reading the best books on the market. Available on Amazon. Links in the description below.
Hi, everybody. Nick Blazier back here with this 7-19 scoreline, 2 away, 14 away. Very large advantage for Sander, but just made 4 point step in the right direction for Zdenek. Been having a tough time for him finding any dice to get back in this match. Got a little bit of luck there. You know, he's back in the playroom waiting for Sander to come back here. Definitely hoping that he can find some more dice to create some more excitement and drama in this match, but so far just Sander doing great. Both of them playing really, really well as well. That early back game, that was a super exciting one. Fun one that's thrown off the analysis completely, so we're not going to see like 2 PRs in this match by any means. They both jumped up to double digits and have been grinding down since, but both playing really great backgammon in general. This would be an intense comeback for sure. I got to look up to see what the match equity is right now. It's too much fun to know exactly what the percentages are for the grind back. Pulling up the table in Extreme Gammon. What is it? 3 away, 14 away. He's at, or 2 away, 14 away. He's got just under 3% right now. At 18 away, he had just over 1%. Big step in the right direction, but definitely behind the odds on this one. Long way to go for Zdenek. 5-1 to open. Going to be sending a lot of very aggressive early game cubes as well. 6-2 is just going to run. Okay, don't want to give sixes from the bar. Interesting. Jump past all the structure. Welcome back, Michi. Hit now looks natural here, and I don't think there's enough advantage or volatility to send here, but of course, Zdenek going to be thinking about it every roll. Goes for the tempo here for lack of options. That builder on the 9 is very strong, so we like to take away half a roll in the early game there. Yeah.
The builder on the 9 point is the strongest. Yeah, I call it wolf.
The wolf. Okay. Okay. The wolf builder. 2-2 is going to make a point. And then what else can we do with it? Oh, we can just hit in the outfield. That's interesting that he hasn't found that option yet. With the blot behind, a little intuitive, but the value of the tempo again is very big here as well. We see sending a second checker back, of course, has quite a bit of merit. Tough one to find, though.
Yeah, this hitting play is tough.
Yeah, yeah. It's so unintuitive to use the entirety of a set of doubles to hit in the outfield, right? We rarely do this. And here we go. He's thinking about it now. Okay.
No. Wow.
Sharp stuff from Zdenek.
That's nice.
One of these where maybe the score could point you in the right direction, where some volatility feels like the thing to go to, and he finds it.
That.
Great stuff from the kid.
Great, yeah.
Who's going to hit back? Most likely. I guess it could just anchor up. That's a really compelling second option. But sending the checker back just feels like it must win so much more often. And I think, again, seeing an interesting score effect here where we can consider the anchor just to reduce volatility with this big of a match lead and fearing gammon so much.
Yeah. Yeah, at this score, yeah, getting the advanced anchor is the most important.
Yep. One of the few, like, real gammon save adjustments that you make, I think, is just wanting to make an anchor earlier in the game. You know, you're not going to give away everything and wins for it, but a small preference. If the plays are close, then you can make a play like this instead. And he finds that. Okay, just reduces volatility. Checker around and a point looks pretty strong for Zdenek. Clearly in the game, not the kind of volatility game where he's going to think about many early cubes. Going to have to get to a little more safety, I think. Ace-2's going to cover. Okay. 5-3, Sander continuing the threats forward and making points. 3-1, going to cover another point, but really wanting to escape. Look at this. I would not have thought about 24-21 as part of this, stepping under the gun.
Yeah. And the race lead is...
Oh, and he just goes for freedom. Small race lead, yeah, which we put at risk by being hit loose here, right? And so punished with the double fours.
Wow.
Big shot for Sander.
Best dice.
Yeah, and there's always a lot of fear in Zdenek's side of losing an undoubled gammon for the match, too. Got to be a little bit careful about that, but mostly going to ignore it. Expect to get into a winning position and send a cube, and that the gammons won't matter. So what's the best that Sander can do at this? He's going to go for the blitz.
Oh,
I like this blitzing play option. Look at this. If we switch, then the 8 blocks the deuce point and helps cover it as well. And so we do the same blitzing effect with 2 less blots, which is very nice, right? And keep a point.
I agree.
Can be hard to see over the board, though, these little switches. And huge swing on this roll.
Ace came up.
And he performs, though. Very good for him. 6-6 fans, and here it comes. This is going to be an unpleasant decision for Sander now.
Yeah.
With 2 more blots to pick up. Yep. Feels like, well, I've got an anchor game and a 4-point board. How could this be anything? Not even sure we would send this for money, but very scary at the score.
Yeah.
Got to be very conservative. Yeah, and he's just going to let it go. Turns out to be a blunder, but understandable mistake. Kind of expected him to pass that one.
Yeah. Yeah, finally, Sander dropped the cube.
Finally, yeah. All you have to do is get an 11-point or 12-point lead, and then he'll let it go once in a while. Yep.
So 2 away, 13 away.
Yeah.
The match equity is...
Yeah. Oh, I looked this up. Do you know? I've got it handy here, but I want to quiz you first.
Thank you, Nick.
What do you think?
So 2 away, 9 away is 90. So probably 2 away, 13 away will be 95 or 6.
Yeah, 96.25.
Oh,
good
very
stuff.
precise.
Yeah. Very close. He was just under 3% before this game. One game got him almost 1% better. But at his trough there, 19 away. What was it? Was it 19? It was 18 away, 2 away. That was just over 1% match winning chances. But he's
Okay.
climbing, getting some real chances here. And okay, we're in a tactical blot hitting exchange. We've ended up with 2 back and a shot here. And a whole bunch of checkers in the zone. It's going to look like there's some gammons here for Zdenek for sure. But on the bar, still outboarded, more checkers back. Not completely clear we're even the favorite. So he's going to take a roll. I think that's wise. Looks like this is going to hit from the bar.
3-2.
Very interesting. This is in Sanders' shoe. This would be a clear anchoring play. But given that Zdenek wants to seek the volatility instead, he should go for the hit very clearly at this score. For money, maybe close. Probably better to keep the anchor for money as well, looks like, since he only gains a small amount of gammons and loses a lot more.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, Zdenek basically played very aggressively, but at this crucial moment, he spent some time.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what your instincts would be, but at a normal score, you're probably not making that hit, right? Yeah. So I think you do have to go against your usual play there to make that play. And so it takes a little bit of time to convince yourself, I'm sure.
Okay, now that's, I got it.
Shot from the bar. Great response from Sander. 6-4 can hit from the anchor. I think we got to try again, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no. This time we should.
Yeah, making the anchor is huge.
Oh, okay. I see. I was thinking that was for white. My bad.
5-1.
Looks like 4-1.
Oh, sorry, 4-1.
What can this do? We have a tactical moment of 2 blots in board, so fly shots are kind of nice to volunteer here, since we'll get a bunch of double shots when that happens. So I like the 13-8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though white had 2 in a blot. Yeah, still leaving the 8 point.
Yeah, we don't like to hit so much from that. Zdenek going to pause to consider again, but I think 4 blots back now and our opponent has an anchor. Fly shots could be a swing, but it's hard to imagine us losing our market too often here. So I'd definitely be inclined to take a roll, but being very careful and correctly so. This is an interesting one. We don't tend to prefer having the 20 and the 18-point anchors at the same time, so he's going to look for a play B and likely just not find one. Come out and figure out which anchor he wants to let go of next time.
It's a very nice play.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that.
No? It just feels too bunched up with those 4 checkers, huh? Not keeping contact. This is another tough one to find. Can we bring ourselves to avoid leaving a shot by playing deuce to ace? Sander finds these when they're right, I think. You know? What its play B is to leave the fly shot with a blot and board and maybe just play 6-3, something like this. I think I would have trouble not finding that other play and just playing 6-3, but finds the best again.
Yeah, good play.
This looks like 2 in, I think. Yeah, but 8-3 can cover. Yeah, and we have 2 blots behind. Okay, that's a nice tactical find for him too. See if Zdenek can notice that opportunity. The blots back on the 23 and 24. Feels strange to give up your 8. Oh, he's going to look for a different big play, and this is pretty good as well.
Another interesting play.
Yeah. So he does find a way to take advantage of those blots behind, just in a little different way than making the board.
What?
Double fives, huge progress towards a racing win. And this is the kind of game where Sander could get a cube in. I think still a little bit too much work to do to bring this home. But scary stuff for Zdenek. Not going to be able to hit here, of course. I would think we just bring to the 6, but maybe we can consider playing behind and getting rid of those blot liabilities and board. Looks like he's going to go for something like that instead. That's interesting. Just plays 100% for distribution in the race, I guess.
Yeah,
Like
now
there's not
black
going to be
has
any
only
contact.
One spear on the 6 point.
Yeah, I hope he's not forced to hit or
Not
something here.
countable.
Yeah, double sixes he notices. Now I got to go to the deuce with
Oh.
this play. 3-2 looks like it can only play from the 8. I guess we could clean up in the board. Yeah, we could make the 3 and the 2. Maybe that's a little nicer to have better rolls next roll.
Actually, I expected that black would roll double 3.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, that was a pretty awful roll for him on that one. Maybe not so bad. Probably pretty bad. 4-3, what can this do? Okay, it finally makes 2 more
Really?
points. Yeah, he has to clean it up at some point to get those checkers home, I think. What else are you looking for a spare on the 6? Is that your idea here? Four is out of time and you keep everything where it is, so something's going to have to start working around. 3-point board, a little bit of threat. This makes some sense to me. We'll just rely on our 20 point now.
And now the race is
12 pips, so I think, yeah, a little bit. Okay.
what?
This is going to be enough to maybe get to Crawford now,
Okay,
isn't
even
it?
at this score, yeah.
Oh, 16 pips down now. Can we take it, though? Is that enough to play this out? The contact of the anchor is worth almost nothing now, right? Just a very small amount. So we're going to play this mostly like a race.
I agree, yeah.
And if it's enough pips to pass in the race, which in a 76 pip race, 16 is enough, I think he's
Yeah.
going to have to let this go, even at the score.
Yeah. Against the 5-point anchor, no gap is almost a pure race.
Right, right.
So,
And he's just
Oh.
going to take it and go for it. Okay.
oh,
Maybe just decides he has to get lucky somehow there. Not the way to do it technically by match play stuff, but okay. Perhaps thought he was a little closer than he was.
oh,
6-5 out. Okay, he's just going to go for pure racing chances too. What are we laughing about here now? All right.
Yeah.
Zdenek trying to hang on for his tournament life. Just can't bring himself to pass Crawford 13 away. It's a little rough. And so now he's relying on a set to catch up, which he's only one set away from being in an even game. So he's got some chances here. I understand emotionally for sure. But yes, and there it is. Okay.
Wow. What's going to happen?
I think he's right back in it.
Oh my goodness.
So close. Okay. Needs another set to take the lead. Oh, the back shot from Sander.
Oh.
No luck on it this
Now,
time. Just 7 pips. Okay.
Now I realize that's the way of rolling the dice by Sander when he feels something.
Yep. 6-5. Very great shot for him. Oh, and 6. There we go. Really needs to hang on for this 4 points on the lead roll.
Okay. But still, it's not easy.
No, has a free miss, though. Has a free miss. Sander going to need a set as well. 6-1, going to spread out to take as many checkers off as possible. Hanging on for his life. Only a slight favorite in this game.
Yeah.
And 5-2, not the best, but can still survive this one to get there. Oh! 4s are better to stay alive.
Oh, come on.
Lots of time to shake him up here.
Okay. It's worth to spend some time.
A full 22 seconds of bank to let Sander sweat here for a little while. A little smirk there.
Okay. You can spend 1 minute, 2 minutes, no problem.
I'd be tired by now. I don't know if I could keep shaking. Oh, what a sweat for the crowd here.
Yeah. Yeah, I can give him water.
Oh, can he do it? I'm rooting for him. I need more backgammon today.
Oh. I think Akiko did the same thing.
Did she?
Before. Yeah. It's not World Championship. It's a tournament in Japan.
Okay.
The final.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Takes a break. All right, 3 more minutes of rolling now. We got to get it all set up again. Just a little bit off on the aim.
Oh, great dice.
If he can land a set in the right side of the board, he's going to stay alive here. 4s are better. And ace is up, no good. Oh, what a well-played match by both. Super exciting. And Sander Lylloff, going to be your world champion this year, 2022. Excellent stuff from the champ. We'll see if we're going to get interviews out here too and things like that. Thanks so much for helping me out on commentary, Michi. Tough break for Zdenek. Amazing run for him to get this far and to come back through after losing through the second chance bracket. Oh, we're getting some shots from the playroom here too. So excited for Sander. And now he's got that real chance at accomplishing the same feat as Mochi from last year of being world champion.
Yeah.
And also UBC champion.
That's correct.
Yeah, which would be an amazing feat. Can't believe that Mochi pulled that off. Seemed impossible. But here we are with someone else trying to repeat it the next year. Right? How unlikely does that seem? Yeah.
I can hardly wait.
Yeah, I can hardly wait as well. Mochi, a tough opponent in that format. So going to be a very tough battle for him. But he's looking sharp all weekend, playing really great stuff. Man, what a run from Zdenek, too. How exciting to get to the finals. I'm sure he's still happy with his performance there. Would have wished for more, but such good stuff. Oh, man.
So thank you very much, Nick, for having me.
Yeah, thank you, Michi. Get you soon. Get you soon. We'll hang out for a little bit, see if they're going to come out here. We got the film crew, thanking the transcriber, hugs around. Arta there in the tournament room. There he is, Sander Lylloff, your world champion. What an exciting finish. What is UBC? The Ultimate Backgammon Championship. Look that up. Same channel's got a lot of streaming from that. You can see Sander win the Contender Tournament this year. His run up to that. A PR-based competition there. Do we have audio in the room? Should I be quiet here? If you guys can hear him, I don't want to talk over Sander in the room there. This looks exciting, though. We'll hang out. We'll probably get some sort of interviews. Here he comes into the room.
Ladies and gentlemen, the third World Backgammon Champion, from Denmark, Sander Lylloff. For second place, Exiska, Czech Republic, was a great job by you too.
We're going to do some procession in the room here. We'll definitely get him over for interviews before we leave. Lots of announcements from Arta and things like that. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. We'll talk to the champ.
And we will be celebrating all together.
Oh, I think he's getting his trophy over there up on stage. Maybe he's going to come over with that too. Show it off for the stream. Excited for him.
I think the PR conversation went out the window. That's all you guys talked about for a week.
We talked
Like, all of a sudden it went, radio silent.
Oh, he left the trophy on the table. Is he not going to bring it over and show off? Come on. Got to see the hardware. What are we doing? If you want to zoom in on him, if you want to, you can do it. You can try. But we're waiting for him to come over. We'll get an interview. Yeah, we're hanging out.
We have two other results. Here, the winner is from Pregame, and for the two players in the Kickoff, completed that.
Sounds like Jorgen Granstedt is your winner of the Super Jackpot. You can go ask him. What do we got in there? Yeah, I agree. This was not a case of lack of experience. That was just nice, pretty much. They both played great. What can you do? Yeah, I think it was over 60K up top for Sander in that tournament, plus a decent sized size pool too, that I think brought it to closer to 80. Zdenek's still doing fine as the finalist in that one too. I think that was worth at least 25, something like that. Happy to take a nice prize pool home. Don't feel too bad for him. That's a lifetime run for sure. What else we got? Sander and Ryan, we're rooting for it too. Would have been love to see him make a deep run too, but he got to win his tournament. Do I know when the UBC final is? Not yet, no. I've heard rumor maybe they'll meet up in Japan, something like this, but not sure yet. Later this year. Can any camera show you the stage? I think we're stuck over here for now, but I'm sure we'll get some footage to share out to the Facebook page and things like this. And of course, the documentary is going to be capturing all this. So someday we'll share out the whole event in a whole different way. That should be really exciting. Final PRs, high because of one game, but they ground it down. Not representative. We'll say that. Outliers. Someone write the prize money distribution somewhere. Yeah, I'm not sure why we don't do that online, but I mean, I don't know. There's been questions about that in the past, but I agree. Nice to know what it is up top. I think I can't remember if I shared a picture of that or not. I had a sheet that had it all written on it earlier, but maybe I can get that on Facebook too. Thanks for the compliments. No, I'm not exhausted. I intend to play backgammon tomorrow. I just get to talk about it for weeks, so now I'm itching to play real bad. I want to go win a world championship.
I'm gonna try to get them.
Cool.
Sander and Zdenek, actually. One of them.
Oh, cool. Mark trying to get both of our finalists over for that interview now. What else we got? Oh, we got bids in the chat to ask about mind control, I'm sure. Okay, psychological aspects. Yeah, for sure. Why is the prize money important? I don't know. It's exciting. Oh, people rooting for me to win the world championship. I don't get to play, though, if I'm doing this. I probably like doing this more, so I wouldn't bet on me to get to play, much less win. Oh, cool. Here we go. We got Zdenek over with a mic. You can pick this up and put it in your hand or whatever you want to do here.
Yeah, hand.
You're a little too tall coming in at 191 centimeters. Was that in the warm-up? Okay. Well, your runner-up, Zdenek Zizka. Tough run in that final match. Good effort, though, and great battle, especially the crazy deep back game was so exciting to watch. But, I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts on the match?
Well, the match was exciting, especially at the beginning before the back game started. I felt really good about the back game. I mean, for sure, I'm pretty sure I was the favorite, but not in equity because I have a lot of backgammon chances to lose.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it felt okay. I mean, I had it under control, and felt just bad to miss like 3 double shots or something, and just not to maintain those 2 blocks. That was costly. But yeah, I mean, felt good. I was happy how it went all the way until. I mean, I'm not sure if I should have broken that 24 point, but I had a different plan, and then it didn't work out. But then it worked out basically when I got 2 checkers, but then I missed a bunch of shots. And yeah, I mean, that was basically a key moment, right? Because afterwards, of course, didn't make a comeback, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean...
That's a game that I think we could study for weeks, pretty much. You know, there are a lot of interesting decisions in there. I think XG favored something else, but it's hard to trust the analysis too much with 10 checkers back. And it led to a lot of decisions where the bot wanted Sander to make the ace point after that and things like that, and he avoided, which doesn't make a lot of sense either. So could be that, I mean, I think it looked like a good idea, the mobility, right? You go for that. So lots of strange ones in there, but it was super exciting to watch, right? It's hard to get into a world championship finals and have the analysis just go off the rails like that, right? So it's perfect, right? It's for the fans. All those decisions to break the 6 point you had too, right? And you finally did it in the end, right?
Yeah, I mean, they felt perfect. That's perfectly. Right. I mean, I think 3 or 4 points before, and just why not? Like,
right,
so
exactly.
Felt okay, and I mean, I think long term it just doesn't matter what I do in that spot.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean. Well, I mean, I wish we could have played it like 100 times. I mean, I wouldn't like to waste the time like that, but it would be interesting for sure.
Yeah. That'll be a position to play out. It seemed like you got Sanders' respect out of a couple of those plays for sure, too. Fist bumps over the board, you know. How was that?
Some of them were wrong. Well, so.
What can you do? It's fun, though, right? Yeah, what did you think of his demeanor over the board? How was it playing him again? You know, you talked yesterday about maybe some of the intimidation coming in. Do you feel like you're on your game mentally?
No, I think I was. I think it shouldn't. I mean, we had fun, and that's most important. And I think people could say that it could be different, and of course it would, probably, in different way, but I don't think it affected me because, I mean, I always make a play which I want, and I don't let affect myself. Yeah. So, I mean, that back game actually turned out like, I mean, seriously, I just basically was always doing just what I thought was right, and suddenly I got like 10 checkers back, and I just thought I couldn't do anything. So once that happened, well, nothing else to do. So it's not like I was affected, but because I mean I really enjoy it, and it's just fun to show this fun around, and find it very good for the community, for the outside of the world, that it's not just about the serious thing. I mean, we played serious match. We both wanted to win so bad. I mean, this is like the title is super important. And I did my best, but unfortunately it turned out how it turned out.
Yeah. No, I thought you played that game well. I thought you played the match well. I thought you played all week. Just amazing, you know? So super good stuff. What can you do about it? In the end, you got to roll some dice and see who wins, right? So congratulations on your amazing run. Still taking home a nice chunk of the prize pool, I'm sure, which will be very exciting as well. So excited for you. And great match. Yeah, I really didn't get the impression either that like anything psychological was taking over. You played your game today, man. You know, so it's good stuff. Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm sure we'll see you again soon.
Thanks so much, Nick. Thank you.
Thank you, Zdenek. Perfect.
Good?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you. In good spirits. Good to see. Oh, Wilson's trying to corral Sander over here to chat real quick. Having a hard time passing up the chess game. It's surprising how much other games are going on in the room, too. I've seen chess around, a lot of gin rummy going on, other card games here and there, too. All game players. But here he goes, finally with beer in hand. It's been a long wait. Your champion, Sander Lylloff. Oh, man. Congratulations, buddy.
Oh, you've been doing a good job commentating.
Oh, thank you so much.
A little bit sweaty. You know?
A little bit sweaty?
But not much.
Okay. Here, let's get you on the microphone, though. Come on over here. Talk into that for me. You got to get right into it.
How does it work?
Just like that. But congratulations. What an epic run. What an epic match. I mean, had that crazy deep back game and everything like that. Really well played by both, I think, too, in general. But I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts on the match? How did it go?
Well, I was dreaming for this scenario, basically. You know, I just wanted to take a quick lead, you know, get up. And so, but I was up, like, was that 4-0? Then he made it 3-4.
Yes.
And then we had the back game, you know, which was key. That was the key moment of the game, you know?
Yeah.
And after that, well, I mean, what can I say? You know, I was very lucky, you know, he was getting a lot of bad rolls.
Yeah. It's a dice game in the end. That's how it goes, right? Both have the shot at it. Yep.
It's fair enough.
Yeah.
I did what I had to do.
How'd you feel on average that your backhands were working? Were they showing up the way you needed?
Yeah. I've had a little practice, you know.
Okay. I was always doing that.
It, you know?
That back game had to be the highlight of the match, right? How'd you feel about like navigating that and how Zdenek did as well?
Well, I gotta tell you that when you're up against the back game, it sort of feels that, you know, he's outplaying me or something, you know, like I'm getting tricked.
Yeah.
And then I sort of like had to make a strategy to put my checkers, you know, on those points. And in the end, I got a crucial 6-6.
Yep.
We're talking a little bit about maybe he should leave with it and give me a bad deuce. I would have done it.
Yeah.
He didn't do it, but if he says that he's not supposed to do it, I believe him, you know.
Yeah, I think he got pretty accurate on that. I think he came from the front, and I think you want to give the bad deuce when it can create two blots. But interesting
I
tactics.
really like how he played the back game, you know. I mean, the computer may have something to say about it, but I like the way he played it. You know?
Oh, yeah. XG was not a fan, to be clear.
I thought he showed like a massive understanding of the game.
Both of you.
And you know, he succeeded in doing what he wanted to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Were you begging for him to break his 6 point? Did you think he should have done that earlier? What did you think about that?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it was like I like that he did it. You know, it's like a play for the fans, and it's just so ballsy. I love to see that the kids got heart.
Yeah.
I can't speak to the strength of the play.
Sure. Yeah, it's a tough one to like really analyze out, but it's got merit. I think we liked it in the booth for sure.
You know, you got to ask Jim Pasco about that and go by what he says.
He's the man on that for sure. So what's next? I suppose preparing for the UBC finals eventually after some celebration, but of course.
At some point.
Yeah.
At some point. I always want to, start, but, something always comes up.
Gotcha.
I got about 3 months, basically.
Yeah. Okay. You got some ideas about when you guys might play then?
Yeah, we're going to be around November 1st, I think.
Okay.
I think we've been talking about it. I'll come see him in Japan. So
in Japan.
Let me decide the date.
Exciting. That would be nice of him. Little concession. But after Mochi somehow pulled off the World Championship and the UBC Championship in 1 year, I thought like near impossible feat, no chance to do it. And here you are 1 year later with a chance at doing the same.
If I beat him, it would be like the greatest thing ever. It would be like meaning I won a contender.
Yeah.
The World Championship and this. And if I do it, nobody's ever going to match that.
Yeah, that's really something.
But there's a long way to go.
Absolutely.
He's a very good backgammon player.
That's a tough in that format. That's his format, right? He's been the king for a while. But yeah, back to the World Championship. It's been such a run, such a long week of backgammon. Survived it all, played your A game all through, and super excited for you, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And thanks for all the commentary, Nick.
Oh, of course, I love doing it. I love being a part of it this way. So glad I can participate in all this like world-class backgammon.
I hope that I can review the matches later, and maybe you teach me something.
I doubt it, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me know.
Thanks,
Congratulations again. Yeah. Go enjoy, man. All right, I think that's all we got here. Wrapping up the stream. A long week of backgammon. We got Mark coming over to say something.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, I just want to say thanks to all of our viewers here. Maybe I should look over to the camera.
Yeah. Let's talk
Thanks
to the
a lot,
camera.
guys. We broke the record today for the most viewed backgammon match of all time. I think we had, I don't even know the number.
I think we broke 15.
We were way above 1,500 concurrent live viewers, which means this video is probably this match is probably gonna do 100K views or something like that.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
In a couple of months. So it's very cool.
Getting backgammon to the fans. You know, we got to make new fans out of this too. And I think these were just the characters to do that. So exciting. Yeah.
Yes. So like and subscribe to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel. This was a great week, Nick.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was excellent. Thanks so much for bringing me out here, man.
Yeah,
This was a blast. Yeah.
It was good. Okay, so we're tired now. I just had the adrenaline dump.
Oh, yeah, it hit you?
Sands. Yeah.
As soon as I step away, I'm sure it'll happen too. But for now, I'm still in it. So.
Good. So I guess that's it, right?
I think so. Yeah.
We have anything more to say to the viewers?
I don't know. It's hard to say goodbye, everybody out there. You know? But I think that's about it. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, echoing Mark, thanks so much for joining us. It's been a blast to have you all participating all week. I really appreciate that, interacting with people in the chat and everything. And I'll be back soon, hopefully, for that UBC final.
We have the UBC final coming up in 3 months.
Yeah,
it's going to be November in Tokyo. Sander versus Mochi. That's going to be epic.
I haven't been to Tokyo in a while. That sounds fun.
Okay, good.
Bye, everybody. Thanks, Backgammon fans.
See you out there.
The Backgammon Galaxy mobile app. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more. Improve your backgammon skills by reading the best books on the market, available on Amazon. Links in the description below.